Bren Chong Cup is back with an incomparable prize pool of $40,000 and open to everyone. The competition will be divided into 4 regions: North America, Asia, Latin America and Europe, and also in 4 stages. The second will be the regional group stage. Starting on January 9, the 16 players from each region coming from the qualifiers will advance to the group stage, where they will test their potential against 16 players from the Clash Royale Elite. These 32 players from each region will be divided into 4 groups of 8, and in a round-robin format, they will fight to advance to Phase 3. The regional finals will take place from January 28 to 31 and will feature the 16 best classified from each continent. A single elimination bracket will determine the 3 representatives of each region. We will have a world final of the Bren Chong Cup for the first time, where it will be decided who is the best player on the planet. We will have live streamings in many languages: English, Chinese, Japanese, Portuguese, German. In short, that all of you will be able to follow the action. To follow all what happens in the competition, keep an eye on the Revel IMAR social networks and the Appgrade application. Thank Bren Chong for sponsoring this competition and making this event possible. Bren Chong Cup 2. Get ready for the show.
That's my cue. What up? What up? What up? Where am I? Boom, bang, bop, bada, boom, bang, pow. How is everybody doing today? I guess I'm going to switch back to here in a sec probably, just because it'll show the standings and all the other stuff. It'll show the standings, what players are playing, just if you haven't seen the first one yet. It'll show all that good stuff. But for right now, boom, bang, bop, bada, boom, bang, pow. I was just munching on a bagel. I made a bagel. My stomach's kind of hurting though, so I had a couple of bites. Just munching on a bagel. Got the Chewbacca coffee. So Chewbacca cheers, everybody. Happy Saturday. How's everybody doing today? Because we got another day of Bren Chong Cup 2 Group Stage C, and here we go. We're going back. Give me a sec. We're going back. So what I was trying to say is I'm hoping everybody's feeling pretty good, because Bren Chong Cup, baby. That's all I gotta say is Bren Chong Cup. If someone asks you how you're doing today,
Griko, luego tenemos también por ahí al crack de SandBox, que el otro día
is that Revola Mir in the background?
A Starry, más conocido por jugar Golem, y luego pues tenemos por ahí de último al crack.
Revol, why are you speaking in the clean feed? Houston, we have a problem.
Ya se escucha el Miguelito, ahora sí se escucha, ahora sí.
Houston, what is going on? Uh-oh. I don't think this is on me. I'm gonna send that to the,
Ahora sí, ahora sí. Y ese Álvaro 845 secreto.
Here we go on the clean feed. That's a problem. That could get annoying. I know this happened with Rich yesterday. I thought they figured it out. Wait. Never mind. Oh, now I just look like an idiot. Now I just look like that one dude that's like, excuse me, we even got our homework yet for the weekend? I'm like that one person in class. Oh gosh, I apologize. I don't mind me, just doing cash stuff. But how's everybody doing today? And if anybody asks how you're doing, all you gotta do is say Bren Chong Cup. You don't have to say good, bad, or ugly. You can just say Bren Chong Cup 2. And they're gonna be like, oh, that's legit. You're vibing. That's good. Sammy, hey bro, good morning. Have a nice day. I'm really enjoying your stream. Sammy, much love. Hope you're having a good Saturday. Hope you're having a good weekend. Everybody, hope you guys are having a good weekend. Hope you guys are having a good day. It feels weird. It doesn't feel like a Saturday to me. I don't think I've woke up this early on a Saturday, ever. But you know what? If I'm waking up for anything, at least it's a Bren Chong Cup. I'm pretty happy about that. There could be a lot worse things to be waking up for. For example, let me think. What about? I'm trying to think of something bad to wake up for. What's a bad thing to wake up for? I can't think of anything bad. Homework. No, that's stupid. I can do better than that. Okay, I got one. Okay, So it's a job interview, but it's a job that you don't like, and you're getting forced to do it because your parents need to tell you get some money and get a job, or you got arrested and you got a court date. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of some bad things. It's the best I could come up with. I can't think of anything. An exam, school. There's got to be something more. What is that? What is that little? Is that me? That's over here. Give me a sec. That's my green screen. I can't think of anything worse. I think it's just because I'm watching the Bren Chong Cup too. I'm thinking about all the positives. All I'm thinking about is like eating a burrito. I'm like eating a burrito. That's pretty legit. I can think of good things. Why can't I think of bad things? Like let's say like a marathon. You have to wake up to. Actually no, but a lot of people like that. I think I would be okay with that too. That's like pretty fulfilling. I don't know. Can you guys think of anything bad? I can't really think of anything. Like, what's a bad thing to wake up for on a Saturday morning, guys? What is it? Exam, school. We got to do something better than that, right? Chicken Toe, what's up, man? What's up? Expo fan, what's good? How are you guys doing? Alex, welcome back. I love how you show up to both the streams, the early one, the late one. Alex, tell me the truth. Do you ever sleep? I like to see these 5 go through, Hajime or KENTSUMESHI. I can't remember what the standings were. If I remember correctly, I think Higher was the player that was really struggling. Higher struggled. Hajime was doing okay. Who was in the top? Did it show the standings already? Hopefully it shows the standings now because I can't remember. Still, there's a lot of good... Oh, it was SandBox. SandBox was the player that was on top. He was playing pretty much perfect, pixel perfect gameplay the entire time. Pixel perfect Mona Lisa. Galaxy, what's up? Carson, what's good? How are you guys doing? What's up? El Sadi, what's up, man? How are you doing today? Now, after seeing you, I'm really good. After seeing me, I'm really good. That's awesome. That's awesome that just I could bring joy to someone. That's amazing to hear. Good morning, Cash. Good morning to everybody. Good morning. Hope you guys are having a good one. Cheers. Little Chewbacca cheers. That's 2 in like what? 10 minutes? What are we doing? What are we getting carried away? We gotta bring the Chewbacca down a little bit. Reyes, welcome back, man. Welcome back. What's up, Cash? Hope you're having a good Saturday. All I did so far on Saturday was, oh yeah, that's right. SandBox undefeated. Griko was this was an interesting. I remember this stage. So there was 3 players that were not as well known. Griko, Starry, and Pure. Starry and Griko were playing very, very well. Pure kind of struggled. It wasn't as bad as the 0-3 looks. Higher wasn't playing. It sucks because 0-3 makes someone look like they're playing really, really bad. But both Higher and Pure, 2 of their 3 sets went to game 3. So if they just won that game 3, they could easily be 2-1 or even 3-0. It's crazy how close everything gets. Hajime kind of struggling right now, but we saw the same thing happen with Line and Jupiter King yesterday. Both of these players had a bad first day. They must have practiced because we saw new decks, we saw new players, quality gameplay, and I think Line. It's crazy to say that Line didn't come first yesterday. KENTSUMESHI came first, but I still think Line was the best player in Group B by far. The gameplay was flawless, and if you guys want to watch that again, I definitely recommend it. He played this one Mortar deck against Mortar. He played Wall Breakers against a Mortar Graveyard deck, and it didn't look like it was going to be a good matchup, especially going to the double elixir. And what Line did to just control the game and bring a little bit, he ended up activating King Tower against the Mortar, which isn't super hard to do. But he just did it in a way where it's just one thing led to another. It was a solid graveyard defense, and he acted like it was just it was amazing. It was like watching a composer just conduct a symphony. Only good vibes this morning. I don't know how you can have bad vibes. I can't think of anything bad. I'm just thinking about good. This is what happens when you watch the Bren Chong Cup. It's just only good vibes. Only good vibes. Pyro, welcome back, man. How you doing? Good morning, chat and Cash. How did chat become... Why did chat get before me? I can't believe it. Do you care about chat more than me, Pyro? Okay, well, I do too, so I don't blame you. Chat do be kind of OP. Except you guys don't tell me enough jokes. You guys got to tell me more jokes. What's like a good joke? If we're talking about... Okay, I got a joke. I'll start. All right, so hear me out. So there's this man, and he walks into a bar. Ouch. He's amazing. How does he do it? He's tired, but he's still got it in him. Alright, that just shows how tired I am. That That was awful. I apologize. I will. I'll show myself out. That was bad. That was bad. Waking up for Saturday morning exam is pretty awful. Yeah, I don't mind the waking up early for a Saturday morning exam though, because when you wake up early for a Saturday morning exam, it's nice to like. I found exams always very fulfilling because you put in all this work and like that's the payoff. I think the studying was more of the negative. Like the exam was always to me like it was the stuff. Ooh, bad play. I don't like that. Usually whenever anybody goes lightning first play or in single elixir, they usually get punished. But having tornado, maybe you realized that was going to be fine. Why is the volume so low? Is the volume too loud if I do this? I have grandma's funeral today. That's pretty shitty to wake up for. Reyes, that is awful, man. All I can say for you, stay strong. What you're going through must be, I can't imagine. So just stay strong, stay close with family, and just at the end of the day, stay strong. I wish you the best. This is not an easy day for you, but you'll get through it, man. We'll get through it together. Is Jupiter King in this one? No, he was yesterday. So if you want to watch Jupiter King, I don't want to spoil what happened, but he had a really bad first day and a really good second day. So if you want to watch that, it's in my VODs. It will also be posted on Rich Sladen's channel, on Rich Sladen's YouTube channel with everything else. Rich Sladen has been streaming the European side, the European Bren Chong Cup 2 side, the round robin on his channel, and he's also putting the videos of the Asia as well. He just posted day 3. So day 4 is probably going to come out today. Day 5, day 6, everything. If you want anything Bren Chong Cup, there's one place to go, and it is right here. 3, 2, 1. Where is it? It's in the chat right now. Boom, bang, bop, bada, boom, bang, pow, boom, perfect. Rich Lady's channel. Definitely check that out. Really, really, really solid Clash Royale content. If you love competitive Clash Royale, if you want an idea for a deck, or if you just want to hear Rich and I just ramble about Clash Royale, and one of us has cool glasses and the other one has long hair. Definitely check out the channel. There's a lot of really good content, a lot of quality content, a lot of quality Clash Royale. I can't emphasize the quality Clash Royale aspect enough. It is ridiculous. It's cool to see Hire's deck. It's a really off-meta, not an off-meta, but it looks like the Minor Wall Breakers EQ deck, but instead of Minor Wall Breakers, he's gone with the Hog. So there's Hog EQ decks. Usually Hog EQ decks have like Hunter or Musketeer. That's normal. It has Bomb Power. That's normal. It usually doesn't have the Spear Goblins, and it's cool to see how popular the Spear Goblins have got. The reason the Spear Goblins got so popular, it sucks that I'm talking about how cool this deck looks, and it just lost. That's always bad. But it's cool that Spear Goblins work really, really well in cycle decks, because first off, they're versatile. They can be used. They're probably one of the most versatile cards in the game if you think about it. They can hit air and it can hit ground, so that's good. Positive. Check 1 for the Spear Goblins. They can also be used to tank mini P.E.K.K.A shots or P.E.K.K.A shots or Prince shots, which is also really, really good. You can cycle them, you can split them, you can go 2 on one side, 2 on 1 on the other. You can go Spear Goblins at the bridge, and a lot of time your opponent will just let it go, which is a little extra chip. It's really good. It's really good. Worst thing I gave ever heard. What, you didn't like my joke? Guys, come on. Come on. It wasn't that bad. I thought that was a masterpiece. I finally fixed my sleep schedule. Really? Yo, Christian, that is amazing. I am 24 years old and I have still yet to do that. I'm struggling. I like KK because he is a bait player. KK's in this group, correct? Yeah, KK's in this group. I can't wait till KK wins because we get to see his pose at the end. I'm not even going to do it because I don't want to spoil it. But we get to see his awesome pose. Mystic, yo, what's up? Good morning. Happy Saturday. We were so excited. That's why we were so early. It's awesome to see you guys here. You guys were here at the same time I am, so that's super, super cool. Early gang OP. That's all I got to say. RGB's worst thing I've ever heard. It can't be the worst thing. There's got to be something worse that you heard. Like nails on a chalkboard have to be worse sounding than that joke. I love a bad joke for something. I like that joke. Omar, thank you. At least someone liked it. This is how broken NATO is. Yeah, Tornado's really, really, really good. Ozil Clash, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome. Is it Mesut Ozil? Is that why it's Ozil, or is your name Ozil? Because when I see Ozil, I think of Mesut Ozil, the soccer player. He's a German player, and I love Team Germany, so that's very, 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 very funny. Thanks, Ash. Your stream is helping me cope. I love your streams. Yo, Reyes, much love, man. Good luck, good luck, good luck, good luck. Much love, man. Love you, man. Alpha Wolf, what's up? Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you doing today? How's the life? How's the life of the Alpha Wolf? How are the Beta Wolves doing? Keeping them in line? All in for Sandbox? Yeah, that's an easy bet, though. Come on, Mystic. Do something crazy. Do something crazy. Do a crazy bet. Do something like Higher goes 0-3 to 4-3 and makes... No, I don't think that's going to happen. Right now, Higher is in a really bad situation because what he has to do today is win every single match to potentially make it into the next stage. And he's down 1 to Hajime. Hajime dominated the first game. So, ball's in Hire's court. He can still come back, but right now, Hajime has momentum. Hajime is also a really good player, so... we saw Hajime off to a slow start on... Well, I guess he didn't really have the best day 1, but we got both of these players didn't have the best day 1. I guess at least Hajime was able to get a win, which gives him a little bit of security going into day 2. But both of these players have to really, really show their stuff today. How did Rich already upload day 3 Group C? It is day 3 from... So that's like 4 days behind. So we still need day 4 of Group D, then A, B, and now we're on C again. So it's 4 days behind. I think just because we decided to do this kind of late, so I think he's doing 2 a day, so we'll eventually catch up, but for right now, it's a little behind. Yo, Ivy? Yo, what's up, man? What's up, what's up? It's 5 p.m. in my country, June 8th. Oh, that's cheating. So you didn't have to wake up early for this? That's cheating. That's cheating. Everybody should have to wake up at 6 a.m. for this. It really just perfect start to a day. A little Chewbacca coffee, a little bit of Clash Royale, a little bit of Bren Chong, a little bit of... bad jokes. I don't know. I'm trying to think what else is it. All you need is Bren Chong Cup. That's it. That's all. My girlfriend's gonna come up to me today and be like, "Hey, Cash, hey, you want to do something? You want to have some lunch?" I'm gonna respond to everything today in Bren Chong. Someone says, "How's your day?" I'm gonna say Bren Chong because that's it. That's all you gotta say. It's just Bren Chong. I live in the Middle East and I sleep in the morning because I study online from the U.S. Ooh, Omar, that must be rough. That must be rough to have a social life with your friends and family. Having to focus on school at night and study, and then being sleeping during the day when stuff is happening. That must be really, really hard. Like, you must get tempted to want to stay up and maybe miss class to go hang out with friends and stuff. Ruben was such a god in the finals, not gonna lie. Ruben was the best Clash Royale player I've ever seen, and it's not even an understatement. It's Ruben. I thought Ruben was the best, and now I think Ruben is so far ahead of the competition, it's insane. The problem is, once you get to a point where you're so good, you're so high, you've hit that success, the accolades, everything else in between, you might get to a point where you start coasting. I don't want to see that happen with Ruben. I want him to keep putting in the work. I want him to keep adapting, but he's just got to keep that fire inside him. That thing to keep him going, and I'm hoping CRL 2021 will kind of motivate him to keep playing, because I don't want him to be similar to other pros, where I know a lot of pros just get bored of the game, they get sick of the game, they want to do something else, and you see it in their gameplay. I don't want that to happen with Ruben. Midday for me, RG Beast. Wait, RG Beast, I just realized this. RG is in like Royal Giant. Do you play Royal Giant? Royal Giant's got to be a top 3 win condition right now. Balloon, RG, Wall Breakers. Top 3 win conditions, yeah or nay? What are we thinking? 3 p.m. in my country. Wow, you guys are cheating. Where are the people that wake up at 6 a.m.? Where are my fellow Canadians? Cash, if it's cheating, then you should know I watch your stream because it's pretty late. Pretty late. The regular ones. My regular ones are pretty late. Yeah, because if you're in Europe, or even further than that, it's going to be super, super late for you guys. Super late. But yeah, there is going to be a Cash Cup today, $20 little viewer tournament. We've had a lot of good streams, and we've had a lot of fun, so I just want to keep that fun going, do a little community tournament with you guys. Those $20, I know it's not like insane, it's not $40,000 like the Bren Chong Cup, but it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. So definitely swing by that. 7 a.m. gang. Let's go, Sherman! You know what they say, the early worm gets the bird. The early worm gets the bird, and speaking of birds, this is not looking... Well, first off, this isn't the matchup Higher wanted. Whenever you see Bomb Tower and you see Royal Hogs, it's never good. We've seen people win. We saw yesterday... who was it yesterday that won? It was Jupiter King won this matchup. It wasn't the exact matchup, but it was a quicker cycle deck. It was Hoggy Q with Bomb Tower. He was able to win because he had a really good starting hand. and he kind of got lucky in that situation. He got the lead, and he just kind of finished off the tower with a little bit of spell cycle. It sucks because this was actually a harder matchup, because usually the problem with the Balloon Royal Hogs, or not Balloon Royal Hogs, the Bomb Tower decks, the quick cycle decks that we see, usually they have Hunter as their Hunter and Bats as like the air defenses in the deck. Having the Mega Minion on top of the Flying Machine pretty much makes it obsolete. Having the Bomb Tower for everything else, and then throwing in a Log, potentially throwing in the Archers to chip away, and throwing in the Snowball just in case something goes wrong. That matchup's really easy. Yesterday we were getting stats, so I'm wondering today if we get stats. I can swing back to this side first. I just want to see if we get stats. If we get stats, I wouldn't be surprised if we see that matchup being a 70-30. So not like yesterday. Yesterday it got to, how deep did we get into it? We got to a point, I think there was like about 5 games left, and we still didn't know who was truly eliminated. Why is tilt a banned word? It's because there was one stream where I was trying to push to 7K, and if I didn't get to 7K by the end of the season, I would shave my head, and people kept on spamming tilt, and as a joke, I was like, no using the T word in stream. So it was more of a joke. I didn't realize that was still banned. It's 6 a.m. for me, Reyes. That's crazy. That's crazy. You were a true early bird. A true early worm. Fallen boogeyman. Hey, Cash, 9 a.m. around here. Or 8 a.m. Wow, I cannot read right now. I had such a weird dream, though, again last night. I don't know what's going on with my sleeps are weird. My dreams are weird. I had a dream. I don't even know how to describe it. It was one of those ones where it wasn't just one thing. It was so many different things. A lot of my dreams involved traveling. For some reason, a lot of my dreams involve trains. I don't know why. I don't know if it means anything. Trains and elevators. Mostly elevators. That's a common denominator in all my dreams. And I know people say like, yo, elevators, that probably means something. It probably means that you want to go up in life, but you're stuck where you are and you're trying to get to the next floor. I don't know, because on the elevator there was an old lady and she kept blowing on my ear. She kept going like, and I was like, hey, lady, please stop. And she kept on blowing on my ear. And it was annoying, but she was an old lady and you can't, I don't know, I guess, like I always thought of like, hey, you got to treat someone with respect, blah, blah, blah. So I didn't want to say anything, but she kept on blowing on my ear. There was another guy, like, I got an Uber when we were, I don't know why we were trying to get to a place, but I don't know if we were going on vacation, but we were trying to get to this place, and the Uber driver, supposedly he was on drugs, and he's had a lot of speeding tickets. So then he started, like, we were driving, and it was really late at night, and he started driving really, really fast, and we got to like 150 kilometers an hour, which was like, it's really fast. And he started telling us a story about how he got into a car accident, and his like he like killed his passengers, and that he's going through like a trial right now. And I started freaking out because I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna die. And then I woke up, and then now I'm streaming Bren Chong Cup. Let's go. Dreams, very, very weird. Sleep, dreams, I don't get it. I hope someone figures it out. Can we get some scientists on the whole idea of dreams? I don't really get what they mean. How do you sleep correctly? These are all things that are important. Speaking of important, Pure on the top, very, very, one of the best golem players in the game. So if you're Griko, I keep saying Griko, but Griko, if you're Griko, you probably expected this. I don't know if we have to... It's hard to say. I just said he's the best golem player, one of the best golem players in the game. He gets really high on ladder many, many times. He's been on high ladder many, many times with golem. But we also saw him go golem first play. Golem first play. And it's a situation where it worked. It was a situation where I guess Griko didn't have his win condition. Maybe Griko didn't even want to use his win condition on the right side, being the graveyard going in with... He doesn't really have a cheap push. He'd have to go Valkyrie and graveyard, and if he did both of those, he would have to probably do a little bit of a tower trade. What is KK doing up there? That game, though. Sandbox for KK. That is going to be the game of the day, and we're already getting it. Third game. That's huge. Huge. But what the heck is KK? What is he, Spider-Man? Peter Parker, what are you doing? Friendly neighborhood KK. That's hilarious. So yeah, GG, well played. So I guess a recap of that game while I was ranting about my dreams. Pure golem first play. Griko could have done two things. He could have defend, or he could go in on the opposite lane, so on the right side. The problem with, he could do a couple of things. You can go graveyard and you can go freeze, or you can go Valkyrie and you can go graveyard. That's probably the cheapest push that he would want to do, but that's 9 elixir. Pure would probably just tank it all, and then most likely wouldn't be able to defend the golem push, so it'd be a tower trade. With a graveyard deck, you usually don't want to do that. For golem players, you would love to do that. So I guess Griko thought, let's just defend. The problem is he defended, gave a lot of lightning value, got a lot of damage at the beginning, was down an elixir, and then another golem and another golem and another golem later. It was GG, well played. Matchup was like 1783. Really? It was that bad? Ho, ho, ho. We got stats just a second ago. Wait, what? I missed the stats? How? Wow, I gotta wake up. Wakey, wakey. It's time for school. What's KK's pick? Yo, June8, I saw that too. That's hilarious. Watch them buff Bomber again. I don't think Bomber needs a buff. The problem is that a lot of people look at the usage of cards and they say like, oh, this card doesn't have high usage, it needs a buff. But I don't think every card in the game has to be meta. Not every card has to be versatile. If you have a card like the Bowler or the Bomber, it doesn't hit air, so it's just not as versatile. So it fits in less decks compared to a Musketeer it's such a versatile card, or the Spear Goblin. We were just talking about how versatile the card is. Those cards can go in pretty much any deck as a filler card. A lot of times, certain cards like the Bomber or the Bowler, they fit in certain decks. They fit in certain decks really, really well, but they can't fit in all decks. Actually, you've seen Bomber in Lava Hound, which is crazy, but that kind of works because of the whole... Why does that work? Barbs, maybe? I don't know. I don't know really why the whole Bomber works in Lava Hound as well as it does. But just because a card isn't played in every deck doesn't mean it's bad. It's fine. I don't think every card should play in every deck. Like, for example, Dart Goblin. Like, we don't need to see Dart Goblin every deck. You see it in bait decks. That's good. That's good. And right now, it's a cool situation in Clash Royale because every card pretty much has a certain amount of decks that it's good in. Even Executioner has Hog Executioner decks, which aren't the best right now. But Executioner is a scary one. We saw what happens when they changed the Executioner. The Executioner became the most broken card in the game, and I still have nightmares about that card to this day. I wonder what that means. Google your dream. Yeah, whenever I Google my dream, though, they always make it so philosophical. It sounds like I'm listening to Matthew McConaughey tell me about my dream. Sometimes you gotta go backwards to go forwards. I was driving a Lincoln before I was driving a Lincoln, or whatever it is. Yeah, it's... Whom shadow does Griko? Griko has... I have no idea. Griko pure is 100% Javi Couture say. Griko? I don't know who that is. Saint Belican, maybe? I feel like I'm playing who's that Pokemon? Who do you guys think the silhouette is of Griko? If you guys have seen the other... Oh, I wonder who that is. Maybe from someone from Europe? I have no idea. Who's that Griko? Also, cute. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Cash Fam. I do have alert box on. I just missed that. If you fall asleep watching TV, your dreams will usually incorporate what you're watching, but that's why it's better to fall asleep while listening to music instead of watching TV. Interesting. So if you're saying I fell asleep watching the Avengers, I would be Tony Stark? That would actually be really cool. I don't think I've ever had a dream like that before. I want that to happen. I know there's people, I don't even want to get into it. I know there's people that say there's like something where you can like dream, but then you like leave your body, astral projecting. I knew I had a buddy in university that was telling me that he was practicing that. That is a trick to me. I don't think that, if that is true, if anybody's ever done that, let me know. Or there's like the whole, dreaming's weird because yeah, there's people that told me about that. I think it's called astral something, astral jumping or something, whatever it's called. But there's also the whole night terrors where you're sleeping, but you're awake. There's so many things, and there's dreams inside dreams. Okay, I think that's a movie called Inception, but that's different. Fabrizi, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Cash Fam. Dreams are a weird thing. PressTV.com news. What's up? Welcome back, man. I haven't seen you in a while. Happy Saturday, Joshua Eric. Happy Saturday to you as well. Good morning. How are you doing? It's nice to see you here, man. How about Witch? Witch is a card. I think it could use a buff, but I don't know what the buff is. I don't think it's skeletons. I would love to see the skeletons even turn down a bit, because right now the Witch does work in a lot of decks. It still works in clone decks and bait decks and beatdown, especially in rage decks. I think it's an okay card, but the problem with the Witch is I think it's maybe because of the spells. It's such a spell heavy meta. It's such an expensive card. A lot of things can deal with it very inexpensively. Spells are usually pretty good. You can use 2 spells. There's A lot of splash in the meta. Bomb Tower's really good against it. Valkyrie's good. Dark Princess. I don't know. I don't think Witch is as bad as people think. I've been using it a lot more on stream recently, and I think it's okay. Speaking of okay, this should be a really easy. What Pure has to do here is be really creative. He has to be really creative with this balloon. The longer this game goes on, especially now it's in triple elixir, yes, he has the P.E.K.K.A, but maybe... Okay, so freeze on defense. This is going to be really good for Pure. As long as Pure has the lead right now, he doesn't have the big spells, but as long as he can get death damage with these balloons, which he might be able to, hopefully, he needs at least one death damage, because right now Griko will win. All he has to do is just go a little bit of spell cycle with lightning, with tornado. He probably will have to use tornado on defense here. Yeah, tornado comes in. Baby Dragon as well. Lumberjack is still doing Lumberjack things, running around. That's a lot of units at the bridge. Tornado on offense gets a little bit of tower damage as well. That's not insignificant. Most likely a lightning comes in, and that's going to be GG as long as you can just get anything down. Goblin Cage, freeze comes in. A little early on the freeze, it won't matter. That's going to be GG. That's going to be well played. And that means Griko ties up the set. We're going to game number 3. We're going to game number 3. This is really big for Griko, because right now, if you look at Griko, 2-0, 2-0, 2-0, 2-0. Griko has been... Wait, Griko's 2-0 on it. Griko's undefeated. What? Griko hasn't lost a game? Is that true? I don't think that's right. I thought Griko and Hajime went to 2-1. Griko and Hajime definitely went 2-1. Which soccer team are you a fan of? Man City, baby. Aguero! I got my Aguero jersey right over. I can see it. I gotta hang it up somewhere. I haven't figured out a spot. I have to figure out a spot. It's Pikachu! Oh, God. I gotta catch up on chat. I'm missing all these funny things you guys are saying. I want to get them in the moment. That'll make me cry. There is a weird theory from Stephen Hawking about dreams and traveling to parallel universes. If you are interested in seeing that, I think I've heard about that. It's the one where there's like an infinite amount of universes happening, like infinite amount of universes all happening simultaneously. And when you dream, you get to see through the eyes of like you in that other universe doing things where the laws of physics are different, people are different, everything's different. So that's why dreams are similar, but they feel weird. I heard of that. I know there's more to it because it's Stephen Hawking, and I don't think he'll talk about... I don't think his theory would be presented in the way I just presented it. Also, matchup. Very heavily favored for... Wow, that's crazy to me. We've seen this happen a lot of times. 40-60 matches going in the opposite side, the 40% player winning. There's a couple of reasons why. First reason is the sample size. If you look at it, it's taken through pros, middle ladder, bottom ladder, everything in between. Wherever the matchup was played, ladder, GCs, whatever it was, it will take that into account. So it's not only taking into account to pro players. A lot of times a matchup at first maybe seems in favor of one person, but when both players know how to play the matchup correctly, then it maybe starts getting shifted into another way. I think Griko played that really well though. Having the P.E.K.K.A for the Electro Giant is really annoying. And right now, if you're Pure, this is a weird one. I was going to say maybe he goes back to Golem. It's a comfort deck for him. It's his best deck. But that'd be too obvious. I could see Griko staying with the Electro Giant. He won with the Electro Giant against the hard counter. So now you're basically saying, hey, Pure, pick a deck. Figure out a deck to beat the Electro Giant. I just beat you with this deck. I beat you with not a hard counter, but technically he had matchup. So let's see. What are you going to do? How are you going to figure it out? And this could be an okay deck to use. Minor. It's going to be minor. Is it going to be the minor Loon Inferno Dragon? We have not seen that. I think we only saw that once in this entire tournament. It's a very popular deck on ladder, having the barbs, having the skeleton dragons, having the arrows and the zap. It's going to be an interesting deck. I love this high Electro Giant. Look what it does. Yeah, barbs come down too. Look at all the Electro Giant dealt. Just take that in for a second. So Electro Giant did two things. It defended, made sure the units couldn't get onto the opponent's side, so the Ice Wizard could get more value. So that's positive. What else did it do? Okay, so he played it on top of the skeleton dragons, killed the skeleton dragons. That's 8 for 4. That's still a -4 trade, but still good. But then the barbs come down, and the barbs got obliterated. So that's 5 elixir. You can use the Electro Giant on defense and still get value, even though it didn't get on tower. But this is a huge lead. I think Griko's going to win this. Is this a good matchup? Okay, I don't want to take it. The longer this game goes on, I'm surprised. Maybe Pure just had a really bad starting hand. Going minor opening hand, the first play with this deck is really bad. unless you have a really bad opening hand, usually you want to wait till double elixir to play your Lava Hound at the back, and you lose a tower on the right side, that's fine. You go all in on the left side, you take that tower, boom, bang, bop, you're vibing. Very similar to Golem. So I understand why Pure is playing this deck. Oh, Golem was banned. That's my bad. I didn't realize Golem was banned. I understand why Grikos are the Pures playing this. He's a really good beatdown player. He plays Golem primarily, and this deck's very, very similar. The way you play it, the style you play it. So it's almost like a comfort deck outside a comfort deck, but it doesn't look like it's going to work. This Electro Giant deck has to be the MVP of Bren Chong Cup. This, and we might see a lot today, is Spell Cycle. Spell Cycle is a deck that has risen in popularity in the past 2 days. Content creators have made videos on this deck. We have seen it on ladder, we've seen it competitive, and we've seen it dominate as well. It hurts to lose, but banning Hunter plays Balloon. That's smart, I like that. But that's an easy win for Griko. Griko is really showing his stuff here. Oh, I was not looking at that correctly. Oh no, that was, okay, Griko was the one before. So Griko is dominating right now. It does lose a game, but right now is 4-0. So tied with SandBox. Griko, this is awesome. Being able to see, who is that? I want to know who that is. Who is that Pokemon? This is awesome to see. Another really good matchup, but still, Griko is dominating. I don't want to take anything away. Oh, not a good matchup. The last matchup wasn't for Griko, and he still won. So bad matchup, good matchup. Griko wins no matter what. Griko's silhouette is Katassian. Is it? Yo, good eye, KFP. Great, great eye. That's amazing. Yeah, so this is probably the reason why I was so excited about Bren Chong Cup. I love CRL. I love seeing the best of the best battle against each other. But in this format where there is an open qualifiers where anybody can qualify, and then after the fact, these players can prove themselves on the big stage, potentially winning $40,000. But also, I think the biggest thing is to prove themselves on the big stage, get their name out there, get a little bit of recognition. Because there's a lot of players in Clash Royale that are really, really good at the game, and I don't think we know who they are. We don't know their name. We don't know enough about these players, and I think Griko is doing a really, really good job of opening, just getting his megaphone and being like, remember the name Griko! I hope I'm saying that right. Yeah, well played. Griko, 4-0 right now. And also, this group is really solid. It's a group where Hire's in last. Hire, do you know what Hire... Wedgem went to the finals, the World Finals, not last year, the year before. Who was the MVP of that team? Who was the captain? It was Hire. And now we're seeing Hire in last, Griko in first. It's just crazy how the dynamics of Clash Royale can change so quickly over a year. It's Griko's matchup. Oh, by far. By far. Which football team, soccer team do you support? Oh, it's Man City all the way. Spurs all the way? Oh, not the Spurs. You're like my old roommate. Or my buddy. He loves Spurs. Harry Kane. You guys are doing really, really well this season, no? The Spurs? Griko is second best in Japan. Yo, who do you say the best is? Nas. Who do you say? Spec Nas. Who do you say the best is? KK? Moogie? Is Moogie Japanese? I can't remember. Good fireball. Oh, amazing fireball. Using the fireball to push the Hunter towards the Royal Recruits, getting that one shot, and this could be very, very good. The Barbell on the left side is going to be really, really good. Still needs to deal with these zappies, but with 6 HP or 6 elixir in hand, that's going to be no problem. Snowball pushes everything back. A couple of zappy shots, but not the end of the world. Oh, that's not insignificant. Oh! Whoa. Okay, so let's talk about that real quick. So, a little bit of stroke of luck. So, the one zappy that was one shot away zapped the tower, and while it zapped it, reset the tower, and the tower ended up focusing on the zappy with full health. So, that's really, really good. And then, while that zappy was getting shot, KK decides, okay, I'm going to go with a bar barrel, put a little bit more pressure on. So, then the bar barrel goes in front of the zappies, and that one zappy that's still alive I've said this before, a unit with 1 HP or a unit with full health can get equal value. Especially if you look at cards like Dark Goblin, Musketeer, Ice Wizard, all those cards. And we just saw it happen with one singular zappy. Zappies. This is another card that's really cool. Zappies weren't in the meta before. They were awful, but now even Zappies are making their way into the meta. Not in every deck, but there are decks that it works in. I love it. Zappies are coming up for both sides too. So the last card for SandBox, I know it looks like it might be like a giant deck, like Giant Double Prince. It's actually going to be Graveyard. This deck is really cool. I tried playing this deck. I didn't have Prince leveled up, so I think I used Mini P.E.K.K.A. instead. But this deck's really, really cool when it works. This is a situation where we're probably not going to see it work. The Royal Recruits just get too much value. Royal Recruits get too much value. Sandbox does have answers, but right now, from just the start that KK had, he had a great start, even with this Graveyard. Not the best ways to deal with Graveyard on the side of KK, but he could go with a late Electro Spirit, help clean up the bottom. Fireball comes in. Prince might get on tower. No, doesn't even go with the Electro Spirit. Oh, he used it with the Royal Hogs. That's right. Mugi's by far the best. Yeah, I don't think it's close. I just didn't know if Mugi was from Japan or if he was from Korea or if he was from China. I couldn't remember. It's crazy that you would say that I'm trying to think of like how what about KK? Griko or KK? If Griko's number 2, where would you rank KK? Because I guess the last match we're gonna see is Griko and KK. I thought KK would be at least the top 3 in my mind out of all the Japanese players. I feel like I'm missing some too. We see Minecraft custom skin characters again. Sandbox. Oh, you think he looks like a Minecraft character? Is that what you're saying, Eric? Is that what you're saying? Miku number 1, Miku number 2. Hey, Bucci, who do you say is number 3? KK? I think I'm missing someone. Hajime. Isn't Hajime Japanese too? Is Griko a CRL pro? No. He's just known for ladder, and I don't even know if he's in semi-pro leagues. I think it's just ladder. Best in the world's Ruben, 100%. 100%. Oh, yeah, we're just talking about Japanese players. Beatdown, no skill. Wait. What did I just miss? What did I just miss? I apologize. I thought that game was locked, sealed, and delivered. So Graveyard comes in. Yeah, that was a problem I brought up. Not the best answers for Graveyard. So was able to defend probably really efficiently here. Just Hunter, Prince up high. Hunter does die. Goes with the Royal Hogs. This was do or die. How much damage does he get here? Dark Prince comes in. Snowball as well. Or no, he already used Snowball. Barbaro instead. Perfect. So that is not Fireball range. He doesn't have a small spell. So that's just GG well played. Had to defend this, and I assume he didn't defend it nice enough. Barbaro comes in. Skeletons on the back. Ooh, that's awful. So close. All he needed to do was defend that. Inches. Wow. Wow. Sandbox with a clutch. I did not expect that. KK started off so strong, had such a dominant lead. I thought for sure if any player would do it. Oh, Pandora too. Oh gosh, Pandora has to be there. Hajime, Pandora, KK. Japanese players in Clash Royale have to be some of the strongest players in Clash Royale. I don't know what a stronger region would be. I think Japan has it by a decent amount. Jados, yo, thank you so much for the bits. Much love, man. Happy Saturday. Hope you're having a good one. That's crazy. I guess there. I was gonna say that's bad, but I think I like that. That's an aspect of Clash Royale. Clash Royale's never done. It's never over. The game, even though it looks like you're gonna lose, you still have to take a tower. Mistakes happen. Whatever happens, it was a matchup where Sandbox had, I think he had a really good matchup. KK's deck wasn't the best at being able to deal with the Graveyard. But being that far behind, I like that. It shows a lot of tenacity out of Sandbox. A lot of tenacity. Having that never give up mentality, having that just not quitting mentality. I hate in Clash Royale when you see players, and especially it happens ladder a lot of time, something will happen, a hog will get a hit, you'll miss a tornado, and you'll give up. I hate that. I don't like that. Don't give up. Anything can happen. Hey, I'm a fan of your YouTube. Much love. Really? Yo, Jados. Yo, thank you so much. Much love. I'm glad that you enjoy it. More YouTube videos to come. I've been, just with the whole double stream and everything, I've been kind of slacking on the YouTube side, but hopefully more and more will come. Hey, bro, I'm a big fan of you on YouTube. Much love. Much love, Jade. Jade OCE. Thank you so much, man. Much love. All right, KK coming out. We haven't seen this deck since the first couple of days of the Bren Chong Cup. We saw a couple of players play it. It was okay, but I'm not a big fan of this deck. It's the Double Prince Royal Giant, or the Double Prince Goblin Giant bait deck. Sandbox using probably the best deck right now in Clash Royale is the Electro Giant. But this is going to be hard to deal with. Bats are already on tower. Dark Prince doesn't get the charge, but does get a hit. And just like that, KK is off to a good lead. But we saw this happen yesterday, or in the last game. KK was in a really, really good situation, and he just couldn't close out the game. Let's see if he can close out this one. Brazil is cracked too. You're right. Brazil is really good as well. Really, really good. Jade, drink water. I got you. Thank you. KK had matchup. He won. KK had matchup. Did he? I didn't even look at the stats. I'll have to keep an eye on the stats. The stats don't look at the stats too much because I think the stats royale sometimes are wrong, in my opinion. Sometimes the sample size could be too big or too small, and you gotta kind of extrapolate on the stats. Matchups are very three-dimensional. You can't just look at a matchup and be like, oh, he has Expo, this guy has EQ, it's hard counter. Not exactly. It's not as simple as that. Reyes, sorry, I gotta go. I'll finish watching the stream later. Much love. Hope you see you tomorrow. If you're still here, Reyes, much love, man. Good luck today, man. Good luck. Mexico a possible contender. Mexico was a possible contender when like Sergio Ramos was vibing, but right now all they have is Pompeo and Anaban, right? Who else do they have? Expo Master's Korean, but he plays for Japanese organization. His Twitter is mostly Japanese. Oh really? I guess that's fine. I know like Saint Belican. I hosted him yesterday after the stream, and he's from England, and he was streaming in Spanish. I had no idea. East Asian region has a bunch of great players. First off, in general. And in Bren Chong Cup, I think East is an absolute powerhouse. And you see it just the Asia region itself compared to, because East and West was pretty much Asia, one region, versus 3 other regions combined. Latin America, North America, and Europe. So West CRL seemed to be a little bit stronger. But seeing the region split up into 4 sections, you really see how powerful the Asia region is. The Asia region is ridiculous. All these groups are so competitive. They're so good. Each one, if you look at even the thumbnails, a lot of the thumbnails for the Europe side have 3 people on it. 3 or 4. For the Asia side, it's like 5+. They're just all squeezed in because there's so many good players that you want to show off. It's crazy. And GG, well played. KK ties this up. We're going to game number 3. I didn't commentate on that game a lot, but I'm excited it's going to a 3rd game. I'll commentate on that, and I'm excited to see what decks, not only what decks they come out, but I don't know. If anybody can slow down Sandbox, he's been undefeated so far. Whoa! I have not seen that today, or in Bren Chong. I haven't seen that really ever. What was the big mistake that Sandbox did, or what did KK do to win that matchup? If you play Goblin Giant Double Prince and you struggle against Splash Yard or just Golem decks that have that similar composition, or even if you play a lot of Electro Giants, rewatch that match. Because he did something, and I gotta figure out what it was. I wish I could watch that again. You know Jacques? Oh, how do you say that name again? Jackie? Yeah, he's a ladder guy. He's really, really good. Does he play anymore? I haven't seen him on Drexen's stream in a hefty minute. What's your goal for this GT? Jade, I have no idea. With Triple Elixir, it's going to be a circus. Mexico has Wero. Wero's really good, too. You're right. I forgot about Wero. Kid and Bad Bunny, they're both Mexican? Really? I had no idea. Wow, maybe Mexico is actually a really good powerhouse. I'm excited to see No Tilt World, because that's when you got to see all the regions and see which one the best region is. Germany has a lot of good players, too. Morden, OP Sam, Schwartzen, Matthew... I think Reinhardt. There's a lot of really good players. Sasharella are wrong a lot of times. When noobs run popular decks, they can lose to everything and ruin stats. Rara, exactly. That's exactly what I said. It takes too big of a sample size sometimes, or sometimes it takes too small of a sample size. So you got to look at you kind of have to take the numbers, but extrapolate on them a little bit. Is Belican the only UK player? Yeah, I don't know if there's any others. But yeah, what are your guys' goals for the GT? Because mine, if I get all the rewards, I think I'd be happy. I don't know, the GT being Triple Elixir, I don't really know what deck to play. I don't know what the Triple Elixir meta is. Originally, I thought I was going to pick a really heavy deck, put in P.E.K.K.A, Balloon, a bunch of very heavy cards and capitalize on that. But I also saw, I played against a Logbait player. I was practicing Triple Elixir with some of the viewers yesterday on my stream. And so I played against someone that was playing Logbait, and it was really hard to get through because he could just stack so many princesses, keep getting to logs, defend. It was wild. Sandbox misplayed Cage. Oh, is that what happened? One misplay costs you, especially at this level of competition. If you make a misplay, you pretty much lose the game. And that's not an understatement, which is crazy. One misplay, because making a misplay is bad, but your opponent has to recognize that it's a misplay. A lot of times you make a misplay, and your opponent doesn't even notice it. If you use a spell and you realize, oh my gosh, no, I used that spell, I need it for their Goblin Barrel or their Skeleton Barrel, and I don't have it, and they don't capitalize on that, they don't use their Skeleton Barrel, they don't use the cards that they need to use to abuse that misplay, put you in a bad situation, and overall just snowball the game into an easy win. That doesn't happen all the time, but in competitive play, we see that happen. Usually a misplay is all you need to win the game, and we've seen it happen early in the game where a game starts with a misplay and it's just dominated till the beginning to the end. But we've also seen the opposite happen, where a misplay happens to a player that's been dominating and just flips the switch, changes the entire tides of battle, and it's usually pretty exciting. I was gonna say it's sad to see, but it's usually pretty exciting. I love a good shift. A little shift in the momentum. Boofamak. Oh, that's right, Boofamak. I forgot about Boof. Yeah, Boof. St. Pelican. I can't think of anyone else. Anky Monkey, good morning. How you doing? Happy Saturday. Is the meta? The meta is Lava Loon for the what? Triple Elixir? Is it? I could see that. You can just get so many units out. It's hard because I think a big thing in triple draft is picking your spell. Do you want to go with the rocket? Do you want one card? If you guys are doing triple draft and you're making a deck, make sure you use Giant Skeleton. It's really good. It's a really good card in triple elixir. It's a card where if your opponent builds a big push, you can just play it and it goes boom and bye push, bye push. So KK, last card for KK is probably gonna be Fireball. Right now, KK is in probably the worst situation. This is probably the worst matchup he could have. If this was a matchup where KK had the bomb tower instead of the cannon cart, and we've seen a lot of players use the cannon cart instead of the bomb tower, and I really don't like it. I've explained this a couple times. I think the cannon cart's good on defense, but I think the bomb tower is better. Cannon cart, yes, it does have a little offensive potential, but do you need more offense in this deck? Look at the cards you have. You have Miner, you have Wall Breakers, and then you have Log and Fireball that can also get a little bit of additional damage. Why do you need another card that could potentially get on tower, potentially take your opponent's tower? So Baby Dragon on the right side, or right side gets a little bit of shots. Hunter comes down late. It's going to stop most of that damage. But the Electro Giant, it is crazy how much it does. Dark Prince doesn't get on tower. So far, this is not the end of the world for KK, but he's behind in damage and going into double and now triple elixir. He's just not going to be able to defend these big pushes. He does have Fireball. Will he use it here? I don't know. Jade, Jade OCE, thank you so much for the bits. Can I get an add-on CR if it's possible, please? Jade, my friend list is full right now, so I've been using it as a sub perk. So if you sub with Twitch Prime or Amazon Prime to the channel, you got the friend link. You get the friend link. Not only that, but you got also 3 wishes, theoretical wishes, of course. That sounds stupid. No, you know 3 wishes. You get luck +4 and intelligence ×3, which is really good. Those are really good stats. Those are really, really good stats. So right now, this is what KK has to do. He has to put on the pressure and put Sandbox in awkward situations. But just Sandbox has so many cards that he can use that get so much value. You can use the Tornado to suck units back, but also deal with the Spear Goblins and the Wall Breakers. At least deal a little bit of damage. But this is exactly what you got to do. You got to put on pressure so you can't support this Elixir Goal or the Electro Giant. There's too many Giants and Golems in this game. So this is it, do or die. You can't stop this Electro Giant. You have to get a lock here with this Cannon Cart, but it's not going to happen. Goblin Cage comes down, takes out the Wall Breakers. Another example of a card that just gets so much value. Goblin Cage takes out the Wall Breakers and helps with the Cannon Cart. So that's going to be GG. That's going to be well played. Sandbox continues his reign of dominancy, and I really hate that Wall Breaker Cannon Cart deck. I hate it so much. I just don't think it's a deck that... It's a deck that's so good defensively with Bomb Tower, and then switching the Cannon card in, I just find it's just not as good. And right there, very even matchup and a huge sample size. That could be just because Wall Breakers are a little more on the higher skill side, just getting the Wall Breakers on Tower and figuring that out. A lot of the newer Wall Breaker players and newer players in Clash Royale struggle, so maybe that's why we're Sandbox. The deck for Sandbox is pretty simple. Go Electro Giant either in front of your units on a counter push, or just Electro Giant at the back and build a push, defend, and that's it. EGWCR, also a good British streamer / pro. I don't know if I'm familiar with that name. Not that bad of a matchup because Sandbox can't really lightning the Cannon cart. Yeah, I guess you wouldn't want to. You could, but it still gets a lot of value even off its wheels. So you know what? Maybe you're right. Maybe that wasn't. It looked really in the middle. But matchups are like that. Matchups, a lot of times you really gotta take the big picture. You can't just look at one card and one card. I don't know. It just seems, at the end of the day, like Sandbox 5-0, well deserved. It's crazy that Griko has a better win percentage though. Griko was undefeated. I didn't realize Griko was undefeated. I'm excited to see Griko versus Sandbox. We're gonna see that today too. We're going to see both those players battle it out. That's going to be wild. Higher versus KENTSUMESHI. Right now, Higher is out of the tournament, but KENTSUMESHI is not. KENTSUMESHI could come back, and he easily could. If we see the KENTSUMESHI we've seen in the past, 100% we can see KENTSUMESHI make a huge comeback. Right now, he is what? I can't remember. It's 1-3? It's right here. Yeah, 1-3. But you can still, if he wins all of his games, he can go 4-3 and still qualify. A lot of times when you see players play when they're already eliminated, a lot of times they play really off-meta deck. So I was expecting if anybody was going to play an off-meta deck or maybe a not traditional competitive deck, it was going to be Higher. But it looks like KENTSUMESHI's coming out with a cool deck, a little bit of a minor giant hunter fisherman cycle-esque deck. I like this deck. Electro Spirit as well. It's cool that the Electro Spirit's getting... Can we just give a little bit of a moment of silence for my boy, the Heal Spirit? Moment of silence. Come on. LOL 6969. It was a moment of silence and you had to follow. Moment of silence for my fallen brother, the Heal Spirit. Fallen brother. Moment of silence. Yep, that was good enough. That was good enough. What used to be one of my favorite cards in the game, well, still is one of my favorite cards in the game, and now we do not see it at all. What's your favorite deck currently? Jade, I missed that. Thank you so much for the bits. Also, thank you so much for the bits. Rip Heal Spirit. Absolute rip. It used to be one of the most dominant cards in the game, and they absolutely killed it. Making it deal 0 damage, making it heal your opponent's units pretty much, it really took away the utility of the card. Now, it might as well just be the heal spell. It's so bad. It's really, really bad. It's not as bad as the heal spell, but it's pretty dang close. What's your favorite deck right now? My favorite deck right now, I guess my best deck right now, I've been playing Royal Hogs EQ a lot. That's what I've been playing on stream. That's what I've been doing well with. But there's a couple of cool decks like that. The Double Dragon Bowler Graveyard Freeze deck is a lot of fun. I've been playing that a little bit. There's this weird graveyard deck that I made a YouTube video on that's really, really fun. Graveyard, Witch, Mirror, Freeze. Oh, it's a mess, but it's good. Desire Fire. Yo, what's up, man? What's up? What's up? Welcome back. Roger, welcome back as well. How are you guys doing? Good morning, good morning. KK Photo Game is fire. Yeah, if we're talking about, if we're giving like those complimentary awards, you know, sometimes in school they'll be like, hey, best smile, most likely to succeed, like most photogenic. Yeah, KK's winning an award. He's probably winning a couple. At least most photogenic. Maybe even best smile. KENTSUMESHI, I don't know what his award is. Most likely to become a model? Model for Red Bull? Do you have a code for Clash? Not yet. Hopefully soon, though. Hopefully soon. If the Cash fam keeps growing like we are, and if I keep putting in the work, and we make good content, and everything else comes out, hopefully soon we can get the creator code. Because I would love to just keep growing, keep taking steps in the right direction. Will Ponos alive next season? I don't know what. There's a lot of esports teams that I don't know what their plan is. Just with the whole shift in CRL, I guess they'll have to figure out if it's feasible monetarily, if it's something they want to pursue, if it's worth it sponsoring a player, if they're going to sponsor a player throughout the entire season or just at the end of the season, or I don't know, or if just for the World Finals. I don't really know what's going to happen, how the pro teams are going to get involved in CRL. That was one of the negatives of the whole change in CRL, and I don't really know what's going to happen. Nah, frig the Heal Spirit. Yo, Pyro, what? I love the Heal Spirit. I use the Heal Spirit so much. Okay, I used to try to increase quality of Revol's stream. I think we're already buzzing at, we're at 720. We can try 1080. I don't want it to lag. Yeah, I used to use Royal Hogs, Earthquake when it was broken, and Heal Spirit when it was broken. And that's when I got my season high. That's when I got my PB. That's when I was... Also, Bar Putt. I think I got my PB with Bar Putt as well. So Bar Putt was broken, the EQ was broken, and the Heal Spirit was broken. So is that why I got my PB? Maybe it was just because the cards were broken. But I missed them. Not the Bar Putt. The Bar Putt sucked. But I missed the Earthquake. The Earthquake, I miss it a lot. The one where it slowed the attack speed of units was so good. Throwing in the Heal Spirit, which was just So good. Oh, it's so amazing. How COVID in the USA right now? I live in Australia. Jade, it's where I am. It's definitely it's worse than it was. It's not awful. I don't keep up with the stats and everything, so I don't know how bad it is in the USA. But how is it in Australia? Is it better, worse, great, amazing, 10 out of 10, or has it got worse for you guys as well? Are we doing predictions today? Yeah, Pack Clash. Yeah, let's do predictions today. I won't do it for this one. I'll do it for the next one. Why do my favorite creators, you and B-Rad, hate Expo? I hate Expo. There's a lot of reasons. I could talk about Expo for a long time. It's kind of a meme at the end of the day too, just because like I've hated Expo for so long, where it's become kind of part of my identity. It's like me hating the Lakers in basketball. Like I can't. I just hate the Lakers. It's just like it's just part of me now. It's the same as Expo. Originally, it was just because I find Expo boring to play against. One player just plays defense the entire game. It forces you to go offensively. I use the analogy of FIFA all the time. Imagine losing in FIFA and your opponent doesn't cross the halfway line of the field. They stay on their side of the field. They dribble it around, pass it around, shoot from their side, and sometimes it goes in. Well, on the other side, you're deking around, passing, moving the ball up the pitch, and you lose. You lose. You get a couple of goals, but your opponent gets more, and he doesn't cross half. That sounds ridiculous. How to create your own CRL team. I don't think it's going to be teams. Now it's just going to be teams can sponsor players. How or how much money, I don't know. But I guess we'll find out soon. I remember watching you play top letter with Pig EQ deck Cash. Yo, Chris, I missed that. I missed that. Now I'm still playing Pig's EQ, but I feel like I'm one of those old mans. Those old mans where I'm like, back in my day, this deck used to be amazing, and I'm not adapting. I'm not growing. I gotta get out of the Royal Hogs EQ Heal Spirit mentality. I gotta grow. I gotta become, I don't know, what deck should I start playing? Electro Giant? It looks like Electro Giant might be the future. Or is it that Electro Giant's just a newer deck and people, it's kind of got a little bit of spice to it right now? That once people learn how to defend against it and once people know how to defend against Electro Giant, or maybe people will shift their cards, their usage of cards, to maybe counter the Electro Giant. But Electro Giant, that deck is solid, because if you think about it, the Electro Giant can deal with bait, and then any card that you use, Mini P.E.K.K.A., Hunter, Musketeer, whatever you use to try to deal with it, a building, you just use the lightning. Boom! Drop the lightning down, and that's all she wrote. It's a really solid deck, really, really versatile deck, and we've seen it very, very successful. Not only that, but we've seen a lot of players use it in the third and final set. So that means it's a deck that they believe in, a deck that they... Ooh, wow, that Electro Spirit got a lot of value, jumping around the entire graveyard, getting all the way to the Zappy at the bridge. That's so weird. Such a cool card. I really like the Electro Spirit. We gotta get a Rage Spirit. I know people are like, yo, there's enough spirits in the game. I want a Rage Spirit. I think a Rage Spirit would be so much fun. I just love spirits. I want my Heal Spirit back. I love spirits. I think spirits gotta be some of my favorite cards in the game. Expo is boring, yeah, very. Yo, Cash, what's your PB? My PB is 7,100 and some change. 7,150, I think. Give or take some. Give or take some. This is going to be awkward because right now it looks like Hire is going to... Okay, he's going to lose, so we're going to go to game number 3. But if Hire beats KENTSUMESHI, that means Hire, a player that's already out, is going to close the door on KENTSUMESHI. The way I'm looking at that is like... Do you know when like you're it's like someone already lost and you're bringing them down with you. Someone's fallen out of the plane. Someone got, I don't know, in Among Us, someone got suspected or got kicked out and then they snitch on someone else being like, hey... I'm the killer, he's the killer as well, and KENTSUMESHI just gets pulled down, shot out of the air vents, or not air vents, the shot out of the plane, not the plane, the spaceship. That's the first map of Among Us. It's a spaceship, right? Gets shot out with him. He's just pulling him out with him. Start playing RGGS, Fishboy Hunter. This deck is really good. I really like the deck. He's using Goblin Cage instead of Fisherman, probably because Fisherman was banned, I'm going to assume. Fisherman was banned. I think RG is good. I think it's a solid deck. Giant Skeleton, Zappies. I've said this so many times, Lava. I could play Lava okay, but I gotta work on it. US is a freaking dumpster fire for COVID. We're at 4K deaths per day. That's over double the perceived height of May and June last year, and we're getting 2K per day. Yikes, that is awful. That sucks that it's not getting better. Isn't the vaccine starting to roll out? So hopefully that will help. I'm just trying to think of positives. It happens all the time in FUT Champs, and it's the most frustrating thing ever. What? what happens at Foot Champs? You just play against a god team. I remember that's the reason why I tried to get into FIFA again last year during COVID. So like when it started in like March, April, me and my buddy used to play a lot of FIFA. But I guess because the game came out in October, September? Yeah, September. So like September is that's 6-7 months after I got the game, that since it was released. I tried playing Ultimate Team and their teams were gods. It was insane. I played a team that had their lowest card was a 94. A 94. And it was a legend. I was like, wow. And I looked at my team and I got who did I have? Who did I even have? I had Benteke. He was good. Ross Barkley. Eat your broccoli. Ross Barkley. Who else did I even have? Joe Hart, my boy in net. Old Man City player. It was a circus, and I got slapped. And it hurts to lose in FIFA because it's the same as, like, imagine if Hire was playing KENTSUMESHI, and KENTSUMESHI had Messi and Ronaldo, and Hire had Schmo Blow and his two brothers. Well, you lose just because of better cards. It's basically like the same as whole losing because people have higher level cards, but I guess that is pretty much the same. Yo, Cash, what's your P? I think I already answered that. Did I? I can't remember. Maybe I'm... Can you do predictions next match? Yes, I will. Steven, I will. Also, good morning, man. How are you doing today? Cash, Rage Spirit will be even worse than Heal Spirit. Sparky and E-Golem go BRR. Is that an acronym for something, or are you just making this sound brr? I don't know. Rage Spirit could be interesting. You're right. It might be broken. Rage, and not only that, but we already have like a Lumberjack, which incorporates the Rage. Do we really need another? I think Rage is fine. I find Rage kind of frustrating, though, playing against. You never expect it, and then it comes down, and you're just like, wow, I just lost. It happens all the time in ladder. It's like the last card I expect. A Balloon comes down, and you're like, I can defend this. And then a Rage comes down, and you're like, I can't defend this. And then a Freeze comes down, and you're like, well, there goes my tower. Cash, you have a max account, or are you free to play? I'm, like, in the middle. I'm in the middle. I definitely used a decent amount of money, but I was pretty good with, like, I buy Pass Royale. I bought a couple of the GT, the global tournament prizes, but overall, I haven't really spent much money at all compared to other people. I just play the game a lot. And if you play the game a lot and play Pass Royale, or if you buy the Pass Royale, you're pretty much set. So it depends on what your definition of free to play is, because I know some people say, hey, you're free to play if you don't like pay a certain amount of money. You're free to play if you don't buy any money or pay any money. I don't have a max account either yet, but I could probably, I'm getting kind of close. I look at it as a business expense. I'm investing. You know what? The more I put into it, the more decks I can play, the more the content will be better, and the better I will be at Clash Royale. If you pay to win, then why your PB? Then your PB is kind of okay. The whole thing with maxed decks, I don't think max decks matter. If you gave a max account, or max account, not max decks. If you gave a max account to someone, it doesn't mean that they're gonna be able to get like 7K. That they like, if they couldn't get 7K before, if you gave someone a max account, it doesn't mean they'll get 7K. It's not about the deck. It's about learning the deck. It's about mastering the deck. It's about practicing the deck. You can have one max deck, and you could be the #1 player in the game, #1 player in Clash Royale. If you're good with that deck, even Anaban. Like, if Anaban has a max account, but for the most part, okay, he does snipe and stuff, but for the most part, he plays his deck. He could still get top 1,000 just using his deck, probably even higher, using his deck the entire time. You don't need a max account. I find, honestly, I might be worse since I got a max account, because before, I played one deck, and I played it every stream. I got really good with the matchups, and I really mastered that deck. Now that I can play so many different decks, it seems like every meta, every stream, every month, every week, I'm playing different decks so frequently where I don't master a deck. I'm like the whole, what is it, like, something of, it's like good at everything but master of none, or it's like master of none but good at okay at everything. Show the Chewbacca mug for the memes. A little Chewbacca cheers action. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Cash, drink water was redeemed. I missed it. I was too busy talking about, I don't even remember. What was I talking about? Defense stuff? Thank you for the water. The first video I ever watched from your channel was the Lava Loon guide. It was a good video. Yo, Jade, thank you so much. That video took a long time to make, so I'm glad it helped. I've gotten a little bit of feedback from some of you guys, and a bunch of you guys have said that it helped a lot. So I know what you guys are thinking right there. It's like, why did he go Royal Hogs before the Royal Recruits? Don't you want to put him behind? Where it's weird, but it works. Going Royal Hogs first to take out the bomb tower, the Royal Recruits usually will get a lot more value. Then if you put the Royal Hog at the same time, the bomb tower will be able to take out the Royal Recruits and the piggies. It's kind of making the best out of a bad situation. A lot of pro players have been doing it now. I've been trying to replicate it as well whenever I try to play this deck. Right now, it's crazy because it looks like Higher has matchup. We've saw this matchup actually played already today with... Who played this matchup? Someone played this matchup today. This is insane. No big spell. Higher comes in. KENTSUMESHI clutches up. That's a huge win for KENTSUMESHI. We saw this matchup go a very, very favored. Who played this matchup? Do you guys remember who played this matchup already? Some people could have a max account and never get high. Exactly. Like, just because you have a max account doesn't mean you're going to be the best player in the game. A lot of people say that. It's like, oh, I wish I had a max account. I'd be so much better. It's like, would you? That means, sure, you would have more options, maybe access to a better deck. In certain situations, if you don't have a good deck, that's fine. If you don't have a meta deck, if you don't have like a solid deck, if you're using a really off meta deck that's just a bad deck, that's fair. That's fair. But like if you're using, I don't know, a deck that like a top ladder deck, a top meta deck, changing deck's probably going to hurt you in the long. You're just going to have to relearn the deck and remaster the deck. And once you master it, you'll probably get to exactly where you were with the other deck that you mastered. Bro, that's easy to say, hard to do. Shake my head. For what? For the whole maxing? No, I think fully maxed accounts can allow you to make comfort decks, and free to play is really hard to do that. Yes, I agree. Comfort decks. I don't know, but there's people. The number one player yesterday was that Dennis. It talks whatever his name is, and he's using a Wizard Giant Skeleton Hog Rider deck. He's using Wizard Giant Skeleton Hog Rider. It's a mess of a deck, but he was number one in Clash Royale with it. It looks like it's the worst deck, but it works really well. I'm still unless I get persuaded, like my opinion changes in the future. I'm really heavily on the side of it's not. I think it's more about knowing the deck and mastering a deck than the deck itself, because I've seen off meta decks in top 1000 ladder more times than I can count, where I look at the deck saying that's a bad deck that looks like a deck that belongs in Arena 7, and that this deck will never work, but people make it work. And that's just because they play it, they practice it, they know the matchup, they figure out ways to make it work. And I've always been, even in life, I've always been a huge advocate of practice and putting in the work, and that work kind of, that if you put in the work, you will get rewarded over pretty much anything else. It's the same. It's like, hey, I'm bad at math. It's like, well, practice math, get better at math, study, and you'll get better. It's like, no, but I can't do math. It's like, yeah, you can't do it now, but you can practice and get better at it. You can always get better at something. Sports and school, relationships, whatever it is. And I think Clash Royale and decks as well. And I don't think it sounds like a very like a scapegoat way to saying like, oh, I'm not doing well right now. It's like trying to get out of practice. It's like, instead of practicing, if I had a max account, I'd be better. It feels like you're trying to get out of the work. And in Clash Royale especially, and I think we've seen it a lot in Bren Chong Cup, we've seen people make that jump from rising star to star. And the reason they do it, it's not because they get a max account or whatever, this new deck. It's because they put in work, they practice. They practice probably hours and hours a day. They play against other pro players, they watch competitive gameplay, they look at decks, matchups, and they play. They practice. I think a lot of life comes down to practice, especially in Clash Royale. You gotta put in the work. I do not like this double barrel deck. We saw it succeed, it do really, really well yesterday. I think it's too matchup dependent. I don't like this deck. It's either you win or you lose, and it really doesn't depend on your gameplay. It depends on what deck your opponent's playing. So if you look at Starry's deck, he does have the Goblin Cage he can use every single time for the Skeleton Barrel. unless he gets outcycled. But he also has the Electro Spirit, and he also has the Barb Barrel. So he has a lot of answers. Not only that, he could use the Zappies for the Skeleton Barrel as well. Probably going to Fireball the Dark Goblin every single time. I think this is a matchup Starry wins. But Griko also hasn't lost yet. So this is... We've seen him in this situation once before. Against... Who is it? KK? Who did he play last? I think it was KK. Where he was down. Came back and ended up clutching up and winning. But let's see if he can do it again. Because I don't think he's going to be able to win this. Unless... Hey, we've seen crazier things coming out of Griko. JP versus JP. What? Dennis it top rocks. That's such a long... I probably butchered that as well. That deck is the mid-ladder special. That deck scares me. I would hate to play against that deck. I also hate to play off-meta decks, too. So that's got to say something. Hog is balanced now. I think Hog Rider's good. I think Tornado might be way too good. I talked to someone about Tornado, and if you speak it out loud, like how ridiculous Tornado is, it starts getting apparent where it's like, this card might be a little too good. I was thinking about potentially, like, how crazy would it be if you just got rid of the damage of the Tornado and you just have it as a utility card, a support card that you have to combine with other cards. But I think at that point it would be broken. Nobody would ever play it. It would just, or not broken, it would just be garbage. I like that Fireball. I like that Fireball. Getting a little bit of chip tower damage and then also forcing the, flying, I was going to say forcing another answer for the Flying Machine. Flying Machine gets one more hit. That's a Fireball coming in. Starry. GG, well played. I like this situation. I like this situation. Fireball comes in. That's the way. That's waving the white flag. Get out of here. So we've seen Griko be in this situation one other time. Starry is 2-2 right now. So winning this, especially against Griko, would be huge. Giving Griko his first loss. I've been super impressed by Griko. You guys told me that he's one of the best players in Japan, and he's really proved it to me. He's really proved it to me. I can't wait to see Griko and Sandbox play, but for right now, Griko does still have to come back 2-0 against... Oh, I forgot about doing predictions. I forgot about her predictions. I really gotta make sure. Is Smoke playing tomorrow? Yes, he is playing tomorrow. He didn't have the best day, but he can still, if he comes back tomorrow, which we've seen a lot of players do, where they have a bad first day and a really, really good second day, he can come back. He can 100% come back. Tornado broken only after Fisherman. You're right. Fisherman's broken. Tornado's broken. Are they... I don't know. Is Fisherman more broken or Tornado more broken? What do you guys think? What's more broken? Tornado or Fisherman? What are you guys thinking? It's hard to say. It's hard to say. Both are really good. What do we see more of? Maybe Fisherman? Maybe Tornado? Is this Griko's first competitive experience, Christian? I don't know. I haven't seen him in any, but I don't know if he's been in semi-pro competitions or maybe some competitions that's only been in Japan or in Asia. I don't know, but he's never been in CRL East. I've never seen him in the Bren Chong Cup in the past. I don't think he was in No Tilt. I don't remember seeing him. Why are you permabanned? Someone got permabanned? Wait, what? Someone got permabanned? I got permabanned. Oh, Jade, that was you? I got permabanned. I made a new account. I'm playing Icebo. I've turned into what I hated the most. Oh, no, you went to the dark side. Also, what'd you get permabanned for? Disruptive behavior? What did you do? And there it is. Hog Rider coming in. Golem was banned by Griko, which is weird because... Oh, Starry is. That's right. Starry is also a really good Golem player. Pure and Starry both really good at Golem. We saw both of them in the first day play Golem. I think both of them played Golem their first match, and both of them won with Golem. So really solid beatdown players in general, and it looks like Starry's doing exactly what Pure did. So Starry goes with... He didn't go with Golem the first match, but now he's going with another beatdown-esque deck, being Lava Hound. Lava Hound and Golem, it's... Lava Hound, you might as well call it Golem of the Sky. Because that's pretty much what it is. There's two really beatdown decks. It's Golem and Lava Hound, and right now it looks like this is going to be GG on the right side. Not a lot of Elixir for Starry. What can he play for this Hog Rider? Skeleton Dragon's a little late. Stops one shot. That's a lot of damage on the left side to be taken. But you know what? If you're Starry, you got to say that as this is an absolute success, absolute win. You take the right side tower. King Tower's already down to 2,623. Really, really good start. Goes with the Goblin Cage here. That's gonna be more than enough to defend this Knight and the Hunter. And we're looking really, really good. Both bad as a Hog player. Who's both bad? Wait, you think Griko's bad at Hog? Is that what you're saying? Also, it looks like he's using a little, maybe a Hog EQ deck. And if that, okay, so EQ does come in, and if that's the case, this is going to be a really hard matchup. That means he might have, so he either has Log or he has Royal Delivery as a small spell. Oh no, he has Log already. So what is his, he probably has Royal Delivery and Bomb Tower as his last 2 cards. Royal Delivery is going to help, but this matchup's going to come all down to Griko defending his Hunter. Also still having to deal damage to this right side. He has no way to deal with these barbs, so he's going to focus on doing a little bit of defense. He could potentially go Hog Rider on the right side. There is no barbs. He can cycle to a Hog Rider right now. I don't think you can go into this push. You have to go on the right side, so probably Spear Goblins. No, goes for the Bomb Tower up high. It's still good. He is going to go Hog Rider safe. That's really cool. I understand why now he played the Bomb Tower so high. He played the Bomb Tower to tank the shot so the Hog Rider could wiggle through and get 1 shot on tower. Wow, really well played by Griko. Really, really, really well played. Royal Delivery comes in, misses 1 Lava Pup. Hunter comes down as well, finishes off pretty much everything. Knight slides right in front between the Hunter and all the enemy units, and that Hunter is going to town. Do you know that meme? What's the meme? Where's it from? Always Sunny in Philadelphia? Where the guy's like, anyway, so I started blasting. That's what I picture whenever I see the Hunter. Especially in the Lava Hound matchups, it's just, anyways, I started blasting, just everything. Just Flying Machine, poof, dead. The Mega Minion, poof, you're dead. Lava Hound, poof, you're dead. Lava Pup, poof, you're dead. Balloon, poof, you're dead. I started blasting. That's all I picture whenever I see the Lava Hound in the matchup. I gotta somehow Photoshop the Lava Hound or the Hunter on that matchup, or on that meme. So. The fact that Griko was able to take the left side tower was very impressive. But I don't know if this is ever going to get through. Having the Goblin Cage, 2 towers activated is more than enough to defend. And then now, even if he cycles back to another Hog Rider, the Starry has barbs. So there's no way that Griko wins this, sadly. It's one of those things where you can say, hey, Cash, there's always a chance. Like, never give up hope. Yeah, it's over. Ooh, using the Goblin Cage and the barbs, this could be interesting. There's so much health still on that tower, though. So much health. So Lava Hound maybe in the pocket here. You might as well. So just goes with the Miner. Interesting. I would have loved to see a Lava Hound there, just because the Lava Hound itself deals damage, and that damage over time, it adds up really quickly. So it doesn't have anything good. Doesn't have the barbs or the Goblin Cage for this Hog, so it's going to get 1 hit. Maybe 2. Doesn't get 2. Maybe an Earthquake? Yeah, Earthquake comes in, so still chipping away. Griko is holding on, but his fingers are just slipping from him 1 by 1. Right now, he's on his pinky. He's holding on by his pinky, and I don't think his pinky's strong enough. He has to do a little bit more pinky exercises because this tower is done. Lava Hound gets a couple of chip shots. I think the Flying Machine locked on there. Maybe it was just the pups, but GG, well played. Starry gives Griko his first loss of this group stage, of the group stage of Asia. That's well, you know what? Shout out to Starry. He played that really, really well. That's not Griko. That's higher. That's a different person. That's not Griko. That's higher. 2 different people. One has lost every game and one has won every game, except I guess just this game right here. Ir Ali Rizahan, thank you so much for the follow, by the way. Welcome to the Cash fam. Remember to put predictions next game. I will. Fishman more broken. Tornado only pulls Golem just a bit, but Fishman can pull a Golem like no problem. Yeah, I got a cool pull yesterday. Yo, Eric, you were there, right? Where my Fisherman was charging up for the Golem pull to activate King Tower or to pull it into the middle, and he tried to tornado my Fisherman away, but he was already mid-throw, so he got pulled to like the opposite side. It was ridiculous. My Fisherman got pulled way to the right, but he grabbed onto the Golem and pulled him even further to the right. It was just a true Mortal Kombat Scorpion move. Come here! I love it. What deck do you recommend for the ×3 global tourney? I don't know. A lot of people are saying Spell Cycle is the way. I've seen people use it. It looks really good. I was thinking personally Clone, just because Giant Skeleton's really, really good. Problem with Clone, though, is it has a lot of bad matchup. Your opponent has Tornado and ways to... I don't know. It's hard. Lava Hound supposedly is really good. I think Electro Giant Double Prince would be really solid. Latak, yo, big day in 2 days. Yo, hope you've been practicing. I'm excited to see you on this stage. I'm excited to... I won't be casting it, but I'm excited to see you... I'm excited to see Rich cast it. Big games. I want to see you. Number 2. I want to see you where Griko is. Number 2, baby. Latak number 2. Don't go number 1. Go number 2. EQ dead card in this match. Yeah, it just gets a little bit of chip. It feels bad using 3 elixir and just getting such little damage. Alright, so we got Pure, a player that is already out of the competition versus Hajime, who really needs this win. Griko is a mini account. Grilo is Miku. Grilo is... Okay, wait, what? Griko is Miku, and Grilo is Miku as well? These people stress me out with all these different names. I'm just going to keep calling him Griko just because that's his... now I know him as Griko. He introduced himself as Griko, now I call him Griko. That's like if you go to a party or something and someone's like, hey, my name is Steve, but everybody calls him Steven. I'm calling him Steve. He introduced himself as Steve. I'm calling him Steve. I know him as a Steve. Same as Griko. I know him as a Griko. EQ is good versus Cage. EQ is really bad against Cage. You think it's good? Every time I play Earthquake against Cage, it seems like a waste. If I go Royal Hog EQ, it always seems like a waste. Oh, really, really, really good defense so far, except for that cannon cart locked on tower. Bang, boom, bop, bada, boom, bang, pow. Tower's already going down to like probably what, sub 1,200? Not what you want. Not what you want if you're Hajime. So if you're Hajime, you kind of expected this. You probably expected Golem. I think out of the 4 games we've seen out of Pure, 3 of the 4 games, the first game he did use Golem. Most likely next if Hajime loses. It just shows how good Pure is at Golem. He's been able to win with Golem, and it's been so predictable. I assume his opponents know he's going Golem, but even then, isn't able to stop it. It's funny because we've seen him go, out of those 3 games we've seen him play Golem, twice we've seen him go Golem first play. But twice it's worked. It's crazy. Bring back Miner Control. Yeah, Miner, I think Miner's in a good spot. Miner used to be broken. Miner was broken after a long time. 96 crown, tower damage, top ladder. Yeah, I think Miner was broken. I think I like Miner better how it was, but it did lose a deck. Now there's no such thing as Miner Control. Yes, but I don't know if I want that back. Miner was broken. It was. But if Miner's good again, maybe Mortar Miner Bait comes back. I don't know. This is a Golem snipe. Look at the Inferno. Exactly. Has to be I assume this is a Golem snipe, but it's crazy that it's still not working. Having the Electro Giants pretty much made this Inferno Dragon not obsolete, but just not even close to being as good. Golem at the back here. Let's see how this is supported. So Knight, you know he's going in with the Graveyard. But you have to use like an Electro Giant up high, right? Or Electro Dragon up high so this Golem just doesn't die from the Inferno Dragon. It looks like the Golem is going to die. That's super bad. Super bad. You still have a little push, but without that Golem being alive, just having the Golemites, this is going to be an easy cleanup. Baby Dragon, Bomb Tower, Death Bomb is going to do a lot of work here. That's going to be an easy cleanup. It looks like Hajime, he had going Golem first play is one of those plays where you can get a little bit of a lead, especially in a bad matchup, but now it looks like Hajime, he has his cycle, he's back, he's going to go with another Graveyard, gets a really solid poison. As long as this cannon gets knocked off his wheels, this is going to be really, really good. If not, this could be really bad. Cannon is alive. Cannon is not alive. Okay, it didn't matter. Tornado would have came in anyways and took it off its wheel, so it wouldn't have mattered. But still, this is interesting because a lot of times in this double elixir and triple elixir, this is what Golem players do. The deck becomes a bridge spam deck. They don't even go for Golem. They go for the Cannon Cart. They go for the Lumberjack. They go for the Baby Dragon, multiple Baby Dragons, and use the Tornado to pull the units towards the tower. So the Baby Dragon not only hits the opponent's units, but also hits the opponent's tower. We might see a win here for Pure. I love watching Pure play Golem, and it's weird because I find Golem a really boring matchup for the most part, but I really like watching Pure. I don't know if it's just seeing someone so good at a deck playing it is just always fun to watch. But this is looking really good. Watch this defense. This is going to be a solid defense, and we're not even going to see a Golem come out. We're probably going to see him go with everything else. Yeah, Electro Dragon. He's probably going to go with a Cannon Cart as well, too, if he's back to it. Maybe a Bar Barrel. Yeah, Cannon Cart comes in. Just bridge spam, Tornado, suck everything to tower. No, sucks it towards. Interesting. Cannon Cart does get picked up by the Knight. It is still alive. It does die last second. Barbarian does not get on tower. Mega Minion is getting no hits on tower. Goes for the Baby Dragon instead. Really, really solid defense by Hajime. That was a lot of units he had to deal with. I don't really like the Tornado from Pure. I don't know what he was going for. I like what he did last time. Sucking the unit towards the tower. Maybe getting a couple of shots. So really, really good Tornado, sucking all the units over the bridge, getting a lot of value to Baby Dragon. Tornado pull for Pure. Not getting too much, but now we got the Cannon Cart. Knight's going to come down for the Cannon Cart. Yep. So what do you do if you are Hajime? You got to put on the pressure. Right now, it's weird that Pure is still going on offense. He could have just technically defended. So Tornado getting a little bit more damage, and that's going to be GG well played. Pure takes game number 1. Most likely, Hajime is going to ban Golem. So Pure is going to go probably with a Lava Hound deck next. That's what we've seen him do a lot. Maybe he goes with the Royal Recruits Royal Hogs. We've seen him use that once, I think. But for the most part, he's been rocking these beatdown decks. And he's been rocking them well. So if you're Hajime, you could easily maybe run the same deck again. But Hajime needs to win this. If you look at Hajime's record, he's 2-2, right? So if he loses this, this is not a good situation for Hajime. And Hajime is a player that I think a lot of players expected him to be either top 1 or 2 in this division. If you were going into this, you would probably think SandBox. I think SandBox is #1 in Clash Royale right now. In Clash Royale and Ladder. Or at least he was yesterday. Maybe he's not still. SandBox, KK, Hajime, those are probably the 3 stars that you would expect top 3. But there's been Griko. Griko's really proved himself, sliding into that 2nd spot. And Hajime and KK really struggling. Still can qualify, both of them, but they still got to work. It's not done yet. I think Earthquake against Cage is good because they cycle Cage. I go Wallbreakers EQ, get cheap on tower, destroy Cage. Wallbreakers both connect unless they play. Okay, in that situation, yes, I agree. But against the Royal Hogs, maybe if I go Earthquake first, pop it, and then Royal Hogs, it's better. But sometimes you play Royal Hogs, your next card's Earthquake, I play Earthquake, and it just feels bad. It's like, oh, my Royal Hogs pretty much took out the Earthquake. I'm just getting a little damage on tower. By the way, have we seen a 3 Muskie on this event? No, we haven't seen 3 Musketeers, and we haven't seen, at least on the Asia side, we haven't seen Expo. Is this paused? Oh, I thought it was paused. We haven't seen Expo. We haven't seen... Yeah, we haven't seen 3M. Is there anything else that we haven't seen? Griko is Japanese game like rock, paper, scissors, but I think it's a joke about matchups. Oh, really? Oh, that's funny. Oh, that's pretty funny. I like that. I like that a lot. I had no idea. Minor Control was fun to play, though. So many variations, too. Yeah, there was that Prince one that was rowdy. That was around for a while. That changed the meta so quickly. Tariq Dogadu. Yo, how are you doing today? What's up? Good morning. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. Witty, also, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Cash fam. Cash, I won't forget to do predictions. Oh my gosh, you're right. Wait, what is this? Can we still do predictions? Yeah, let's still do predictions. It's all right. I'll start it off. Maybe I'll get into a habit of doing it now. Start prediction. Let's go with who will win, and then we are going to go with, it was Pure on the top, and we got Hajime on the bottom. So you can still bet on Hajime to come back, but Pure has the lead right now. So what's going on right now is Twitch has a new thing called predictions. If this is your first time on Twitch, or if you don't know what predictions are, you can use channel points, which you accumulate by watching the stream, and you can bet on who do you think is going to win. Is it going to be Pure? Is it going to be Hajime? And if you get it right, you get a little bit of extra channel points back. So you can give it a try. It looks like Pure is going with a little bit of... It's weird that he has the Zap. So it is going to be the Lumber Loon Freeze deck with probably the Inferno Dragon and the Bowler. Yeah, this is going to be... It's weird that he has Zap. I don't remember this deck having Zap. Could it be P.E.K.K.A? No, it's P.E.K.K.A. Yeah, it's P.E.K.K.A Freeze. It's, whose deck is this? Anaban's deck? He's playing Anaban's deck. Interesting. Cannon card already locked on the left side, though, so that's going to pretty much tie up this game, right? Big balloon drop on the left side. 666 left on the left side tower of Hajime. But the right side tower of Pures is looking relatively low, especially now that there's a Miner and a Knight on tower. That might be tower down. Bien jugado. It's over. GG. We're going to the next game. We're going to the third and final set very, very quickly. That's the problem with this Anaban deck. It's a heavy hitting deck. It's a heavy hitting deck, but you can get punished. A lot of times it has really awkward cycles. Where like, I remember trying out this deck myself, and sometimes you would have a balloon, a P.E.K.K.A, a freeze, and a zap in your hand. And if your opponent plays something like, I don't know, plays a... Let's say they play a bandit. They play a bandit at the bridge, and you have that cycle, and let's say you don't have enough for P.E.K.K.A, well, it's weird freezing the bandit. It seems like a bad play. A lot of times you have to just take damage, but you'll get damage in the future. It's a weird deck. But hey, you know what? It has to be a good deck because Anaban do be vibing with it. Jupiter King used this one in CRL, the Prince Minor Control. He did. Yeah, I don't think he won that match, though. I can't remember. The Mobile X, good morning. How you doing today? Good morning, good morning. Maybe Cash is just trolling us and doesn't actually want to do predictions today. No, it's totally just because I've been rambling about way too many things today. I find that the more tired I am, the more I ramble, and it's bad. I mean, what were we rambling about? We were rambling about like FIFA dreams at one point. It's been a interesting stream to say the least. But also, you know what's better than a little bit of, wait a second, a little bit of comeback? No, there's no way. Maybe 23 seconds left. Maybe. Are you saying there's a chance? Are you saying a 3 crowns potential? Are you saying potential 3 crown? Balloon comes in, freeze comes in late. Okay. Wait a second. Fireball comes in, freeze. Doesn't even need it. Goes with the zap instead. Is that enough? Gets the drop. This is a game, ladies and gentlemen. Hajime is going to maybe lose, and I think he is. This is what this deck excels at. Double, triple elixir, forget about it. This is where Anaban's deck comes alive. Wall breakers on the right, who cares? You have so many answers. You can use tornado? Yeah, okay, good. I thought he was going to take that. Baby Dragon was not going to be enough. By the way, Morden upload a video on on decks for GT. Check it out if you want. Honestly, I might have to. I might have to because I don't know what I'm doing in this global tournament. I am terrified. I'm terrified. Freeze early is too aggro. Yeah, we saw him get punished for it, but you know what? It looks like this is where the misses the zap on the spear goblins. This is a situation where Hajime still has the lead, and as long as he keeps putting on pressure like he does, and he's doing a good job of putting on pressure and dealing with the supporting units of Pure, so there's not really a big counter push. Like the P.E.K.K.A right now, it doesn't really have a lot of health. Using the wall breakers to cycle it back, the miners just getting consistent chip. Has to freeze and use a tornado on defense. He still needs more. Has to go with the zap. Wow. So he had to go with wall breakers. He had to use how much elixir? That was 9 elixir to deal with 2 elixir. That's not good. If you have to do that, you probably lose, and it looks like that is going to be GG. Well played. Hajime got really close at the end. Really well played by Pure, but Hajime clutches it up, pulls up his pants, and says, you know what? Hold my Chewbacca mug. I got to win this game real quick. Ooh, splash my coffee. Pure, why? Yeah, weird defense at the end. I wasn't expecting, what did I say, 11 elixir to come down for those 2 elixir wall breakers? Oh, yo, what are you doing, Revolt? That's not a Chewbacca mug. Where's your Chewbacca mug? This guy doesn't even know what's up. Noob should have used Bomber Tower instead of Cannon Cart, for frig's sakes. A lot of people keep using the Cannon Cart. This is a situation where, you know what, maybe it worked. Cannon Cart, we did see it get a lock on the left side and do a lot of damage. I just personally like the wall breaker miner deck. I'm not super familiar with the deck per se. I've played it a bit. I wouldn't say I'm a master at the deck by any means. But I just, looking at the deck, I find that it already has a lot of offense, and I like the Bomb Tower because it adds a lot of defense, where the Cannon Cart doesn't always add that defense. There's certain matchups where the Cannon Cart just doesn't do enough. I like having that Bomb Tower, where even in this matchup, he could use the Bomb Tower to pull the balloon into the middle and just use the Death Bomb and everything else to its advantage. It's maybe a personal preference, but I like the Bomb Tower more. But you know what? Hajime used the Cannon Cart, and he used it really well. Got a lot of value with the Cannon Cart, and we saw him win. Now we're going to game number 3, and this is a crucial, pivotal game for Hajime. If Hajime wins this, most likely he's going to be able to qualify. If he gets one more after that, he's locked in. But he has to win this one first. And Pure, he's been playing really well. I know his record doesn't look great. Yeah, his record doesn't look great, but he's been playing solid. He's been really making it hard for these players that have won to win. All the games against Pure have been close. Even that game was close. Winning the first game, second game was super close. It looked like Hajime, Pure even said well played or good game. Did he say good game? I can't remember what he said. Good game or well played? But it looked like Pure already had the white flag. Oh, this is the deck I predicted him to use last game. So now he's going to Lava Miner Loon. This deck is really solid. We've seen Pure and Starry. Yeah, Pure and Starry use this deck a couple of times. And I can't remember, they haven't really had a lot of success with this deck. This is a deck that works a little bit better on ladder, I find. But this might be an okay matchup. Hajime's using, it looks like Royal Hogs, Royal Recruits, but he has the Magic Archer instead of the Flying Machine, which I think might be a little bit better. Having the Flying Machine, the Magic Archer, having the piercing shots will really help with against these barbs. And also just be able to clean up a lot of things. Potentially get a couple of shots on tower as well. I really like the Magic Archer in this matchup. Arrows have to come down on defense on the right side, and already Hajime has a really solid lead. Most likely Pure is just going to go Lava Hound at the back, but can he go Lava Hound at the back? Probably not, because if he goes Lava Hound at the back, that means Royal Hogs will most likely be coming in down the opposite lane, and you're going to lose your tower. Pure already used it. He's not back to his Skeleton Dragons yet, and he already used his barbs. So I'm surprised he does do it. So Royal Hogs, I assume? Royal Hogs? What answer does he have to Royal Hogs? Why don't you go Royal Hogs? Maybe Hajime thinks he already has the lead and there's no point. He can just defend this cleanly. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Inferno Dragon's not usually in this deck. I wonder if Hajime thought he was going to use this. It's Ram Rider. Wow, interesting. Not the deck I expected. Really, wow, really cool deck coming out from Hajime. We haven't seen a lot of off-meta decks coming out from Group C. But you know what? Off-meta decks, always excited to see them. So Ram Rider helped on defense, gets a lot of offense, takes the tower on the right side. And on the left side, that tower is pretty much good as gone too. Sure, Pure already has pretty much took the right side tower, but I think this is GG well played. Having the Inferno Tower, or the Inferno Dragon, having the Zappies, having the Magic Archer, and having the Royal Delivery on defense is more than enough for Hajime to defend pretty much every single push. So arrows come in, takes the tower. That's 3 elixir that you have to expend. Barbs come down. That's not going to be enough. Ram Rider does get the connection, and that's going to be GG well played. Hajime takes game number 3 well played. Definitely a snipe. I agree. I think that's a snipe. I think Pierre's been maybe a little bit predictable with his matchups, and I think there's a lot of players that qualified for the Bren Chong Cup that don't have enough of a deck pool, where if your opponent knows that you could only play a certain archetype or a certain deck or maybe a certain few decks, well, it really gives your opponent a big advantage being able to predict what deck you're going to play, make a deck, or even select a deck that's really good against that deck. And if 2 pro players play against each other and one has a little bit of a matchup because of the deck, usually that player is going to win unless they make a big mistake. So actually, surprisingly, small sample size, so I don't really know. Ooh, really small sample size. Yeah, Hajime is playing a very off-meta deck. I'm going to go with that was a snipe. I'm going to go with, if I thought that Pure was going to play this deck, I know for a fact Hajime probably thought he was going to play this deck. So, yeah, easy win. Hajime clutches it up, gets one step closer to getting to the regional finals. And I want to see Hajime in there. Right now, we have some of the best players in Asia. We have 8 players in the regional finals, and they are crazy good, like Frosted Flake cereal. They're crazy good, and I'm excited to see what comes out of this group. We're most likely going to see SandBox, Griko, Hajime looking really, really good, and I want to see KK as well. Those are the 4 players that I think. You know what? Starry has been playing well also. Whoa, I forgot about Starry. So KENTSUMESHI's not out of the running yet. KENTSUMESHI, if he wins both of his games, still could potentially get through. Wow, that's 6 really solid players, and only 4 are making it through. Who do you think's gonna make it through? Alexandre, Andre. I can't speak right now. Alexandre, what's up, man? Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. I want a refund on what? Hard snipe, icy. That is as hard as it gets. As hard as it gets. Snipe is a bad description, in my opinion. I think it was just good scouting. I agree. No, I agree. That is not... Snipe is a totally wrong word. Snipe means that you knew your opponent was playing that deck. They just got out of the game, and you tried to snipe them in, like, get that matchup. They were already playing a matchup. That's just good scouting, good deck selection, and I agree. Pat Clash, I think that using snipe does not. Those are 2 very different things. I really want to watch this game. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna run to the bathroom just because I'm about to explode. I've been drinking way too much coffee, way too much water. I'm blaming you guys on the water. You guys keep requesting water and stuff. Prediction, I'll set that up right before I go. Prediction, we have Hajime wins. Wow, a lot of people thought Pure was gonna win too. Hey, you know what? After that first game, that dominant golem play, I'm not surprised. So we have Higher on the top. He is already out of the competition, but he's still putting up a really, really good fight. And then we have KK on the bottom, who is he's on the brink of elimination. So he needs to win this game. If he doesn't win this game, it is not looking good for the Bren Chong Cup, or getting into the regional finals of the Bren Chong Cup. I want to see KK there. I want to see more of his poses, his Spidey Man pose. I'll be right back. I gotta go to the washroom. Be right back. Did I miss anything crazy? Did I scare anybody when I came back? Actually, you guys probably heard me coming using my door. I redeemed drink water. No, I just went to the washroom. Guys, you're killing me. You're killing me. You guys are just looking out for me. Gotta stay hydrated. AR Gaming, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Bren Chong Cup too. Hope you're having a good day, man. Hope you're having a good Saturday. Hope you're having a great day. So right now, I've seen this matchup so many times, and every time it looks like the Graveyard player has such a great matchup, having the Cage and the Tornado, two ways to deal with the Hog Rider, but still, every time I watch Hog EQ players play, they do just wizardry on defense. Not that time though, really, really bad defense, but also it's Graveyard. And that's how that works. Asher, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Cash fam and the Bren Chong Cup too. How are you doing? A little Chewbacca cheers for both you and AR. Thank you guys so much. Drink water. Did you guys redeem another one? He'll be back soon. Yes. Wait, what's the problem about drinking water? He'll be back. Don't worry. I drank. Did I miss any other drink waters? My mom just caught me on my phone at 1 a.m. Uh-oh. Wait, how are you saying that if she caught you? For some reason, I'm picturing you messaging, be like, she's yelling at you right now, being like, what are you doing on your phone at 1 a.m.? Jade, what are you, did you put your phone away, go to bed? And you're like, and you're like messaging in the in the chat right now, being like, my mom just caught me. H2O is important. Steven, facts. If any of you guys watching right now haven't had a glass of water today, go grab a glass of water. It's the most important. And don't be one of those people that grab like what are those things, Crystal Light, where it's like you put sugar and stuff in water and then it becomes like a juice and you're like, that's pretty much water. It's not the same. It's not the same. That's what I'm doing. Stop it, Jay. That's so funny. No, listen to your mother. Listen to your mother. Go to bed. Go to bed. I don't want you to lose your phone. I want to see you in CRL, because in CRL, if you guys don't know, how CRL happens this season, how it works is top 1,000 in ladder, and that's what, 2 weeks from now? Whoever comes top 1,000 in ladder this season is going to qualify for a tournament, and there's going to be big money on the line. I don't exactly know how it's going to be casted or how it's going to be shown to the public or viewed by the public. But it is going to be fun to watch. And not only that, if you do well in that qualifying tournament, you might qualify for the World Finals of CRL, which is $1.6 million in total prizes. It's a lot of prizes. That's a lot of prizes. So KK using Bomb Tower. We've seen this deck a couple of times. I really like this deck. We saw this deck a lot of times in the World Finals, actually. We saw a lot of players use it in the World Finals, and we saw a lot of crazy comebacks where a last-second balloon somehow with the help of barb barrels and snowballs to push the hunter or whatever supporting units that your opponent uses to deal with your balloon, just doing some... with this deck, you have to be really creative. Like all balloon decks, you got to be really creative to somehow figure out how to get that balloon on tower. Using your snowball, your barb barrel, and even your miner to pick out those ranged troops to try to get your balloon on tower to just get that one drop. Because yes, death damage does add up really, really quickly. Death damage is really, really good. It's nothing to... Oh, wow, we got a double balloon match. So we got Giant Skeleton Balloon versus the Balloon Cycle deck. Right now, I'm really liking the situation of KK. KK has a lot of answers to this balloon, having the quicker cycle, having the death damage. Okay, not the end of the world. He has Snowball, he has Bomb Tower to pull it into the middle, but he also has Archers, and he has Mega Minion. All really, really good answers for the balloon, where if you look at higher, he has Bats, and he has Hunter, and Snowball. But instead has the Fisherman instead of the Bomb Tower. I'm gonna go with KK probably wins this, but you know what? Hire's a really, really good player. He's made a couple of mistakes so far in the Bren Chong Cup. His record's not the best, but he's still a really good player, and right now, Bats on the right side tower takes the lead just like that. I love it. So no Mugi in the Bren Chong Cup? No. Mugi is most definitely going to be in the Bren Chong Cup. Are you talking about the next stage? Because he's in Group D. We're going to see him tomorrow. Tomorrow morning he will be playing. Igor will be playing, and not only that, but we're going to see Pandora playing. Pandora, if you guys don't know, has really come to play. It's crazy. Pandora. Whoa. What just happened? KK, why are you choking? Uses the snowball and actually pushes the balloon closer. Not what you wanted to do in that situation. And just like that, one balloon drop probably is going to be losing the game for KK. A matchup which I thought was in the favor of KK. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm missing something. But that balloon is huge. Already the right side tower is really low as well. This is most likely going to be GG, well played. But I guess right now, if you're KK, you're just thinking about the next game. Snowball pushed the balloon back. No death damage, but the miner did get a lot of chip. It's not over, but it's not easy for KK. But if anybody can do it, let's see if KK can. This really shows. This proves that if you want to be the best and if you want to win this Bren Chong Cup, if you want to get that $40,000 prize at the end, well, it's total prizes, but if you want to get that moolah, if you want to get the bag, secure it, you got to be able to clutch up. Even if you make a mistake, you got to overcome it. You got to keep practicing. You got to keep working at it. You can't quit. And right now, tries to predict the miner, goes knight at the left, miners at the right. Not the best right now. All Hire has to do is keep doing this defense, which he keeps doing very, very cleanly. Fisherman, oh, the Hunter does get a couple of shots on the tower, and these little bits of chip are adding up. KK, he's got to figure out something. Hopefully this game doesn't affect his next game. Hopefully he doesn't bring in these misplays into the next game. He clears his head, picks a good deck, and can maybe win game number 3. Because right now, if he loses this Bren Chong Cup, he doesn't. I don't know if he's going to be able to make the regional finals. Is it a regional finals without KK? Death damage comes in. That's going to be GG. That's going to be GG. Well played. You know what? Higher. Well played. I love it. Yeah, also, yeah, Mugi's going to be playing tomorrow. Igor's going to be playing tomorrow. I don't think I said finished off. Ooh, good prediction on the miner, but it's too little too late. You could have done that a little earlier. GG. Well played. Pandora, if you didn't watch the first day of the group stages, I think that is on Rich Sladen's channel. If you guys haven't watched any of the past streams, any of the past days, day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6, day yesterday, the day before that, you can check it all out on Rich Sladen's channel. Also, he's streaming the EU side. That's going to be streamed live at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today. So in, 7 hours from now, he will be live streaming that on his channel as well. So definitely check that out. If you're enjoying this stream and if you want to watch more Bren Chong Cup, see what happened in the past, and maybe get a little idea of what's going to come tomorrow with the whole Group D, watch the first day, because Pandora was really good. Was really, really, really good. He didn't lose a game. He played 4 matches, 4 sets, and he didn't lose a game. No, he didn't get a L at all. He didn't lose one single game. And that's insane. That's the only person right now in this tournament that's undefeated. So maybe we'll see Pandora lose tomorrow. Also, Mayor Thu Chu, thanks so much for the hello. Thank you for the hello. How are you doing today? Happy Saturday. Rip Choke. Yeah, that sucks. I thought that was a really wait, did it show the matchup? Matchup was in favor of Hire, actually. I guess maybe my monkey brain looked at the cards, and I thought that was actually going to be a really good matchup for KK, but maybe not. How do you bet? You have to bet within the first minute of the prediction. You have to bet. So this prediction, the poll's already closed for that, but for the next one, I'll set it up at the beginning, and then you can bet right away. Liam, yo, what's up, man? What's up? Yo, I tried to play Raid. Shadow Legends. I couldn't get into it. I played for maybe, I don't even know, 10 minutes. And I left. I couldn't do it. It's just not my game. It's a game where there's no action. You don't do anything. You just put it on auto. I hate those games where you just put it on auto. It reminds me of the Star Wars game. I played that with my buddies for a bit, where you collect characters and you go through levels and you just leave it on auto and you build a team. It's just Orange Juice Gaming. Yo, what's up? How are you doing today? Happy Saturday. Happy Bren Chong Cup day. Cash, how do you bet? Oh yeah, I already read that. Ola, North Korean leader. What? I love the Goblin Barrel, and I don't like the Golem. Yeah, the Golem's really, really annoying. I love the Goblin Barrel. Tilt God, do you play log bait? What deck do you play with the Goblin Barrel? Double bait? Log bait? What do you play? You're a local fanboy. Good morning. Welcome back. Welcome. Cheers. Kashi refers to me as Supreme Leader Liam of North Korea. Oh, okay. Okay, a little inside joke. I got it. Oh, this is a deck interesting. So KK's rocking the Mega Knight Wall Breakers. We saw this this was really, really popular with Group A. We saw this deck more times than we saw any other Wall Breaker deck, which was weird. It's a good deck. We've seen a lot of success. We see a lot of players play it really, really well. But I find it struggles in certain matchups, and I think this might be one of them. Not having the best answer for the balloon for air units might be really hard. Let's see how he defends here. He does have the minions, and he also does have the Hunter as the last card, so that's going to be really helpful. Having the Hunter, Snowball comes in a little too late. If you got that Hunter, if you got the Snowball in a second earlier, that might have got on tower, at least would have got death damage, the balloon. So really, really good job with this Fisherman, pulling it into the middle. He already activated King Tower with the Fisherman on the Mega Knight, which was really, really well played. And now he's just going to, every time, use the Fisherman, pull the Mega Knight in the middle. You have 3 towers shooting it. And as long as he gets the bats or the skeletons on the Miner, and whatever else he needs on the rest of the card, this should be really good for Hire. I can see Hire single-handedly closing the door on KK's Bren Chong Cup too, and this sucks to see. Classic Logbait, nice Tilt. That's a deck I hate playing. Classic Logbait. I think you just play it too much. You play it so much. Oh, I love this support. KK, so you knew that the Fisherman wanted to grab, well, it ended up inevitably grabbing the Mega Knight, but he did a really good job using the Bandit to dash onto onto top of the Fisherman, using the Bar Barrel and also using the Miner to try to deal with those supporting units up higher. Wasn't successful, and right now probably a Snowball coming down. Snowball does come down, also uses the Miner to protect, uses the minions. That Balloon is very healthy. Balloon gets the drop, and this is the problem. If you push the Hunter back with a Snowball, the effectiveness of the Hunter diminishes exponentially. It goes from being the best defensive card to probably one of the worst defensive card. Only a couple of the bullets hit, and it deals pretty much no damage. It might as well just be healing the unit. And great prediction, Snowball actually pushes the Hunter towards tower. It won't matter. Just even the slow factor and the knockback was enough. Balloon on tower, death damage on tower. That is GG, well played. And Hire beats KK. Wow. You know what? This is a little bit of light in a very, very dark situation for Hire. He's had a really, really bad KK. No! That's a Home Alone. Hire is a really good player. He's the captain of WEDGM, also known as Wedgem. I'm the only one that calls them Wedgem. He's had a really rough Bren Chong Cup group stage, and beating KK is a really good achievement. KK's been playing really, really well, and it sucks if you're a fan of KK, because I do not think KK is. I don't think we're gonna see KK in the regional finals. Now that Starry and Hajime have that little bit of an advantage on KK, I assume both of those players are gonna continue doing what they're doing on today's day and keep dominating what they're doing. SandBox probably has this already locked up. He's 5-0. Nobody's beaten SandBox. I'm excited to see if SandBox even loses a game. It's going to be interesting because KK right now is in, I think he's 2-3, but he still has to play against SandBox in the last game. So I don't think KK's out, but it's not going to be easy. So, oh no, KK's 3-3 right now, but his last game is against SandBox. SandBox is undefeated. This is going to be interesting. Griko is probably in 100%. SandBox is in 100%. And now it's all about Starry, Hajime, and KK. KK looks like he's the outside looking in. Also, KENTSUMESHI still has a chance. Easily, KENTSUMESHI can get a win and tie it up. This is going to be a close one. Oh, this is going to be stressful. Yo, Sail Hero. Bongos. I used to have a set of bongos. Where are these? Bruh, these pictures. They're so funny. I love KK. So, Griko versus SandBox. Griko did just lose his last match. He was undefeated before that. It would have been fun to see Griko versus SandBox if they were both undefeated. But Griko has been playing really, really well this entire Bren Chong Cup, day 1 and day 2. So, if anybody could technically beat SandBox, I think it is Griko. The next player that SandBox has to play is KK. So, 2 really solid players that SandBox has to go through if he wants to continue this undefeated record. It's crazy to say that. I think Griko can do it. I think SandBox can do it. SandBox is going to be rocking a Ram Rider Mega Knight deck, and this looks like a really good start. He could go Ram Rider on the left side. Not a lot of elixir for Griko. Maybe SandBox is just going to play the long game, play patient, really, really wait for that Ram Rider, wait for that perfect opportunity. He has the elixir lead, so let's see if he can maybe get a little bit of utility, a little bit of value with this elixir lead. A lot of times with these bridge spam S decks, if you get an elixir lead, if you get that little bit of a lead, and your opponent shows just a smidge of weakness, a little bit of crack in the foundation, bridge spam does a good job of just hitting that crack and hitting it multiple times, making that crack a little bit bigger, until eventually that crack becomes a hole, and that's where that Ram Rider is going to just go. Wait, what's the sound the Ram Rider does? I don't think that's the sound. Hydrate. Did you guys do something? Oh, I forgot to prediction. Boom bang bop, bada boom bang pow. Higher. Oh, only 18% of you guys picked higher. Wow, whoever predicted higher, congratulations. That was a really good prediction. You guys are going to get rewarded because of it. Who will win? We have SandBox on the top. And we got Griko on the bottom. Also known as Rock, Paper, Scissors Man at the bottom. So, prediction is good. If you guys want to predict on who do you think is going to win. Is it going to be Griko on the bottom? Is it going to be SandBox on the top? First and second, battling out. This is what you want to see. You always want to see the best of the best battling out. And now you can pick who do you think is going to win. Is SandBox going to continue his undefeated streak? Or is Griko going to finally give SandBox that letter that he's been missing in his alphabet? That letter L. So solid push coming in for Griko. Ken, with the Ram Rider on defense, slow, just stunning, bringing that balloon to a halt. How is... Both of these decks have a lot of answers to the offense of the other deck. Both of these decks have a lot of answers. Having the Bomb Tower is really, really good. Having the Bomb Tower for the Ram Rider is a solid defense. Having the Ice Wizard to slow everything down, to Tornado just in case. Potentially maybe active. Oh, he already activated King Tower. I must have missed it when I was doing the prediction. But also having the Giant Skeleton tank for the Mega Knight. And eventually, inevitably, the bomb will explode and maybe help deal with these bigger pushes. So we got the balloon coming in. Miner maybe going to go high to predict the E-Wiz. No, he's going to still go on tower. E-Wiz is going to drop onto the Miner. Balloon. Oh, wait a sec. A really good Tornado pulling all the supporting units, including the E-Wiz, into the death damage of the Giant Skeleton Bomb. And gets a drop from the balloon because of it. Really well played. I really, really like that push. I didn't even think of that as a potential. I was really just focusing on maybe going with... I don't know. It's cool to see the Giant Skeleton Bomb used on offense and not only defense. Really getting the full utility out of the Giant Skeleton. Using it as a unit to battle at the bridge, and then inevitably using the Death Bomb to its fullest potential. And I'm assuming we're going to see a lot of Giant Skeleton in the Triple Elixir Global Tournament. Or Triple Elixir Global Tournament. We've seen this card do work so far in competitive, and most likely this is going to be GG. Snowball pushes it back. Bandit on the left side could deal a decent amount of damage, but all he needs right now, he doesn't have a big spell, Griko, so maybe just going with this Miner chip, a little bit of Tornado. This isn't done. It's crazy. 185 HP left on the right side, but SandBox can still win. With 30 seconds left, all he needs is one really good push, but it's hard to make that push having the Bomb Tower and the Giant Skeleton, because both of those units do have a bomb that drops when they die. And so right now we might see the exact same play. Tornado sucking everything up into the Death Bomb. No, he's just going to play it slow, get the Miner on tower. Right now, Griko does have the lead. There's 10 seconds left. All he has to do is defend. GG, well played. And Griko gives SandBox a loss. Maybe going to give him his first L. Crazy. That Morton video is on German, though. Oh, no, when he talks about the best global tournament, the best decks for the Triple Elixir Global Tournament. I wonder what he put. How much is left today? We have, I think, 3 more matches. No, 4 more. 4 more. I think. Maybe more. No, we have way more. We have way more than that. It's only been 2 hours, so there should be at least... We should have at least an hour left. I love that Ram sound effect. Yeah, that's I'm actually the voice actor for the Ram. If you didn't know that. Okay, I'll go work on that. It's early. It's early. I gotta get the vocal cords warmed up. La 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 la. I got it. I got it. I'm all warmed up now. SandBox boy, get in here. SandBox is looking fine. Honestly, SandBox is looking fine. I keep bringing up like, oh, he's going to get his first loss. I think SandBox right now is focusing on the regional finals. I think he's focusing on getting that bag. Not only is he probably focusing on the regional finals, he's probably already thinking about the world finals. SandBox is good. He's already proved himself. We know we're going to see him in the next stage. And we're probably going to see him in the stage after that as well. So SandBox right now, he can play a couple of different decks, try out some decks, get some good competition, get some good practice, and we all know SandBox wants to win. SandBox isn't that type of player that's just going to be like, hey, I've won this already, I don't care. He does care about winning still. He would love to probably have that undefeated record going into the regional finals, but at the end of the day, he's looking pretty good. Harry Forrest, yo, welcome back. How have you been? Let's go, baby. Much love, my man. Happy Saturday. Happy Bren Chong Cup Tuesday today. Well, it's been for a lot of days, but this day. How you doing, man? What's up? What's up? Bongos. Sail Hero, why do you keep bringing up bongos? What's with the bongos? Did you get bongos for Christmas? That would have been a legit gift. That would have been awesome. I would love some bongos for Christmas. So Skeleton Dragon, Zap, Inferno Dragon. Wow, Griko is going to go with the Lava Miner Loon deck. This is a deck that really has not seen any success in this Bren Chong Cup. It's a solid deck. You see it a lot on ladder. It's really, really good on offense, but on defense, maybe slacks a little bit. A lot of matchups that could be a little bit difficult, and Sandbox is using Magic Archer, Electro Spirit. Is Sandbox using the Royal Recruit deck, but with Ram Rider instead? We saw Hajime bring that deck out, but I thought that was more of a predict on pure running the deck we're actually seeing Griko run. So maybe Sandbox is... Okay, no, has the Hunter and the Magic Archer instead. Really, really good. Last two cards most likely are going to be Royal Recruits and one other card. Probably the Royal Hog, but right now this Balloon, no way to stop this Balloon. Zap comes in. That's going to be at least 2 drops. No, just 1 drop and the bomb, but still, that's if you're looking at good starts right now, Griko is off to a great start. Magic Archer, he might just tank this Magic Archer. I can see a tank of this Magic Archer and then just going Lava Hound at the back. He has to go Lava Hound at the back right too. That tower is still relatively healthy. He doesn't have a big spell. He only has Miner, Zap, and arrows. Unlike you do see some people use Fireball instead of arrows, but so maybe splitting the Barbs at the back, splitting the the Skeleton Dragons at the back, just to make sure you can deal with both these sides of Royal Recruits. Goes for the Inferno Dragon up high. That's a pretty dead card in this matchup. I'm surprised he even played that. So Barbs on the left side. Do the Fireball come down for the Barbs? Maybe the Fireball comes down for the Skeleton Dragons. Doesn't come down for either. So maybe saving good Zap and arrows on the Magic Archer, eliminating the Magic Archer. Still has a Balloon and a Miner in the hand. So what is Griko going to do with that? Does Griko reset with a Lava Hound, or does he just go... I thought maybe he was going to go Miner and go Balloon, but maybe he knows that Sandbox has a relatively quick cycle, would easily be able to pull the Balloon with the Goblin Cage and then probably get back to another Hunter, which he already had in his hand. So that was a good recognition from Griko. I probably would have lost that in that situation, but still, let's see what Griko can do, because right now, I don't think right now it looks like this is going to be a 2-tower situation, but this is going to come down to 1 tower. So going Lava Hound in the back, this is what when Sandbox has to put a lot of pressure. A lot of pressure. Inferno Dragon on the left side deals a decent amount of damage, but we're probably going to see Sandbox go all in right now. Going Royal Recruits, probably going to split Royal Hogs just because both towers are really, really low. And as long as you get a good Fireball here with Sandbox, you can probably win this game. Interesting. So playing really patient. So right now, probably going to go Royal Hogs and predict Fireball for the Barbs. Wait a sec. Whoa, no. What just happened? Griko, no! Why didn't he play the Barbs? What did he use on the right side? Did Sandbox wait for the Balloon to come down and then go with the Royal Hogs so that Griko didn't have enough elixir? Maybe I missed that. But still, well played. Really, really well played. I don't think that's a super easy matchup for Sandbox. I think he played that really, really well. And I think the big takeaway that Sandbox did that kind of gave him that little bit of a advantage was he did a good job of pressuring both lanes, making it so Griko had to split up a lot of his units, but in the process of splitting up his units, he would take a lot of damage on both sides, wouldn't have much of a counter push. I don't know. I think the constant pressure and the control and the defense, the value he got from the Hunter, all those things combined really just gave Sandbox that little bit of an edge. Solid defense. Other than that one Balloon that slid through in the first push, I don't think there was any mistakes that Sandbox did. So really well played. That was a win-win for Sandbox. Nice wait. It was that was really well done. That was really, really well done. Sandbox is really proving himself in this tournament, and I'm excited because I think Sandbox was relatively well known just from ladder. He's one of the best ladder players out there right now. But competitive and ladder, a lot of people bring up the fact that they're 2 different animals. They're similar, but they're different. I guess that the perspective has changed a little bit because a lot of ladder players have had a lot of success in CRL. We've seen Lapicati, we've seen Pompeo, we've seen Animan didn't have the most success, but Samuel Basoto, all these players that were really, really good at ladder, they came into CRL and they kind of thrived. So Sandbox going with maybe Bridge Spam. I wonder what Bridge Spam deck he's going for. Because he's not going for P.E.K.K.A. Bridge Spam. He has the Barb Barrel instead of the Zap. So maybe going with a little bit of Ram Rider, Cannon Cart. No, going with the Mega Knight. Mega Knight Ram Rider maybe with the Royal Ghost. Interesting. SandBox could be running Graveyard too. Didn't we see one player use Mega Knight Graveyard with Royal Ghost? No, it is going to be Ram Rider. The Ram Rider is going to go right for that tower too, just because what he should have done there was actually play the bomb tower one tile to the right and one tile higher, just to potentially, if your opponent did play something on the opposite side, you kind of cover both of your sides. Does activate King Tower, doesn't take too much damage on the right side, but that could have been a little bit better from Griko. If he played that bomb tower one tile to the right, one tile up, it would have been able to, or even one tile to the right, he would have been able to use his Knight, which he was going to use probably anyways for that Mega Knight. Bomb tower would help with the Ram Rider, bomb tower. Could have been a little bit better, but I don't think this is a bad situation. This minor wall breaker deck puts on a lot of pressure and a lot of pressure quickly, but it looks like SandBox has a relatively decent amount of answers to the wall breakers. He has the Barb Barrel, he has the Royal Ghost, which is okay, and he has also the Electro Wizard. Doesn't have the building, doesn't have that Goblin Cage that we've seen be so effective against the wall breakers in matchups, but... Oh, also has the Mega Knight. The Mega Knight could be just dropped on the wall breakers at any time. This is going to be interesting. What is going on? Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that, guys. I wasn't looking at chat. I missed the one dude. Sorry about that guy that was spamming. Wow, Cash is all caught up on chat. I'm dreaming. Hey, yo, you know what? I'm a pro. What can I say? I'm a pro Clash Royale player, pro caster now, pro streamer, and also I'm a pro mug collector with my prized possession being the Chewbacca mug. This is worth 2 billion schmeckles. So, if you want to get your own, yeah, you can't. I'm the sole. I own. I have a monopoly on Chewbacca mugs. Very, very strong monopoly. Ram Rider does get pushed back by the log, so it doesn't get the charge shot, but it is still going to get a hit on tower. These Ram Riders, really good job by SandBox putting on pressure both lanes, but also continuously getting this Ram Rider on tower. I wonder when Griko is going to start using his bomb tower, maybe one tile higher, so just in case the split lane push happens, the bomb tower will be able to pull both. Saeed NYR, welcome back, man. How you doing? Happy Saturday. How's the day going? Nice, Pro. That's me, Pog. It's Pog and Cash Pro. I'm gonna change my name. Chewbacca mug is the best. If you don't have a Chewbacca mug, what are you even doing? You have not lived your life. I still can't believe it. AC, I was watching the Rich Layden stream, the Europe side, yesterday, and I asked Rich and AC. AC was, Awcrap was being like a guest. Ooh, misses the Bandit. Bandit does get the dash on tower, yikes. But he was a guest caster with Rich Layden, and I asked, what do you got? What is their go-to peanut butter? Or PB as the kids call it. Is it chunky or smooth? And I think I'm a chunky guy, but I brought that up to them, and AC said he's never had chunky peanut butter. And I said, what? Has this man even lived? Never having chunky peanut butter? What about you guys? Do you guys have, I know a lot of people have peanut allergies, so it's totally understandable if you have never had peanut butter before. But for those people that have had peanut butter, chunky, smooth, what do you got? Cash, what time is it for you? Right now, it is 9:13 a.m. January, the other J. Why did I think it was July? I wish it was July. It's snowing right now, actually, currently outside, so it wouldn't be doing that if it was in July. Would not be doing that, I wish. Cash needs Asian mods. Do I? Oh, just like for like the different time zones? Yeah, honestly, not wrong. Next stream, bring out the Wiener Dog mug. Ooh, I have to bring that out. Each mug has a purpose. It enhances something, either the casting ability, my Clash Royale ability, my clutch ability, my intelligence, my IQ. It's similar to in Skyrim, or I'm trying to think of another game, like World of Warcraft, where each item sometimes increases your intelligence or your attributes by 1 or 2. I'm allergic to peanuts, so pro bro, rip the drip. It's alright, you're not missing much. Peanut butter isn't like the best thing in the world. Best thing in the world is, what is the best thing in the world? Burritos? I really like burritos, really like sushi. I'll probably I got a Uber Eats coupon where I might this morning I might tell my girlfriend, be like, hey, I'm gonna get sushi with this $20 off coupon. Do you want in? And see what she says. Oh shoot, SandBox face reveal. Oh, did you guys not know that's how SandBox looked? Speaking of SandBox, GG, well played. Griko is gonna give SandBox the first loss. Not only that, but now Griko will be in, oh no, he will not be in first, but he will be tied for first. Technically off the record, but you know what? Griko could come in first in this seed. If he wins, I can't remember who Griko plays next, but SandBox still has to play KK, and KK needs to win. His back against the wall. So I can see KK coming out swinging and SandBox maybe losing again. I'm allergic to nut. Oh man, that did not come out right. Deep, I hate you. Why am I laughing against that? I think I am too much of a child. I'm still that type of person that if my buddy farts, I'll laugh. That's how mature I am as a person, which it really shows a lot. Where like if there doesn't take a lot to make me laugh. I think if I see someone slip on a banana peel or maybe a patch of ice, I would probably laugh, as long as they're not hurt. If it's my buddy, I'd laugh. Yeah, buena partida. Yeah, that was really well played. Minor Wall Breakers does that though. It's seen a lot of play, not only in this group, but in all the groups in the Asia region, but also in the European side as well. And I think the reason why is it has so much outplay ability. It has such great defense, having the bomb tower, having the knight, having the spear goblins and the bats. That's a deck that really struggles in ladder against Golem and Lava Hound. And do you know what decks aren't popular in competitive right now? Golem and Lava Hound. So in competitive, it has really solid matchups and a lot of outplay ability. You can be very unique. You can be very creative with how to get the wall breakers on your opponent's tower, with either outcycling your opponent's counters or playing the miner as a support card, playing it in front of, or playing it where you think your opponent's units that will try to be countering the wall breakers might appear. So if the hunter gets played in a certain spot, maybe you use your miner behind it. So instead of shooting the wall breakers, it'll shoot the miner, and those wall breakers will swiggity swoo, switcheroo, slide right by and go boom boom pow on that tower. Just like Black Eyed Peas, baby. Have you guys seen KK facing best NA 3 times in a row on ladder and lost all 3? Oh, I did not see that. 3 bets, 3 losses. How unlucky. Speaking of bets, I have to do the next prediction. Let's go. Griko ends up winning. Wow, 40% of you guys thought Griko was going to win. Really. I thought it was only me that was kind of getting swayed by Griko. I think Griko has really showed himself in this Bren Chong Cup, proved himself against the best of the best. Not only that, but in a competitive situation where money's on the line, pressure is on the line, and the competition is at its highest. So I think he's proved it to me. I didn't know if everybody else was thinking the same thing, but I'm glad to see a lot of other people are looking at Griko as a true threat now in the competitive scene, especially in this powerful, dominant group of Group C of the Asia region. Oof. Prediction is gone through. So Pure on the top, KENTSUMESHI on the bottom. KENTSUMESHI has to win. If KENTSUMESHI loses this, his Bren Chong Cup is over. It's over. It's funny. I got a Vince Carter jersey, so that's throwback to Vince. Shout out to Vince. I'm allergic to wheat. Pog? I used to be allergic to wheat. When I was born until the year I was going to university, so whatever, how old are you, 18 or 19? I was allergic to all wheat, all dairy, milk, and nuts, and shellfish, and I was allergic to everything, and I outgrew like all my allergies, which was awesome. It was weird though, trying new things for the first time, like having a waffle for the first time, having rice for the first time, having pancakes and pasta, and there's a lot of things. Even chocolate. I started having chocolate for the first time. I still don't like chocolate. Pure hasn't won a game. No, he has not. But he's been close. Pure has been close. It sucks because a lot of people are going to look at the standings and be like, oh, this guy sucks. But like, I can't say it. It's the same as Higher. It's the same as AUK as well in Group B, where AUK, I think 5 of his 7 matches, no, 5 or 6 maybe. 5 or 6 of his 7 matches went to game number 3. So if he ended up winning even half of those that he didn't, he would have a winning record and we'd see him in the next. It just shows how close the competition is, how solid the competition is. Okay, we've seen this matchup many times and Electro Giant wins every single time. We have yet to see the Golem player win against the Electro Giant, but you know what? Pure is not just a normal Golem player. He is one of the best Golem players. So if anybody can do it, maybe it's gonna be Pure. I don't think so. KENTSUMESHI, the Electro Giant is so good. The reason the Electro Giant's really good. You know what? The Mini P.E.K.K.A. might change this. The Electro Giant's just really good because it can deal with your opponent's supporting units consistently with its consistent damage, where I think the Golem has that damage that comes when it pops, that ending damage. You know what? This Mini P.E.K.K.A. is making this Electro Giant obsolete though. Wow, okay, I might have talked too soon. Great King Tower activation. Dark Prince is going to finish up helping. There is a bomber at the bridge that is going to get picked up by the Ice Wizard. Baby Dragon helps finish it off. And King Tower activation, great. A little bit of a health deficit, not the best, but let's see if KENTSUMESHI can do something. And what he might do is go... If a Mini P.E.K.K.A. is played on the left side, which I don't think Pure is ever going to do, you could go Electro Giant at the bridge. So yeah, Mini P.E.K.K.A. comes down, Barbaro is going to help out, try to deal with that Mini P.E.K.K.A. very, very quickly. And Mini P.E.K.K.A does go down. Electro Giant does get on tower, and that's going to start doing some really good damage. It doesn't have a lot of health, but I guess because the King Tower activated, it did help out a lot. But it deals, it's like a ticking time bomb. Even with the smallest bit of health, it stays on the tower so very long. And we saw it there. Now in the lead right now is KENTSUMESHI. Electro Giant, it's been MVP of this Bren Chong Cup too. And it just keeps, every time I see it, it just looks like it's getting better and better. Except right now, this is not looking good. Nightwish is still alive. Mini P.E.K.K.A at the bridge, already used Tornado, has nothing to get that Baby Dragon off the tower. That's going to be GG. That's going to be well played. Pure. Like, I can't say that Pure is not good. Sure, he hasn't won a game, but he hasn't won a set. But he's had won so many games that I thought there was no chance of him winning. So, crazy prediction. KENTSUMESHI is going to ban Golem, and Pure is going to play Lava Loon Miner. That's my crazy prediction. Do you recommend your own decks or Royal API decks? Pog? It's hard. It's hard. I love off-meta decks. I've struggled. I've wanted to make a deck for the past 2-3 seasons, and I haven't been able to make that deck that I like enough to stick with. I like off-meta decks. I think they're really, really good in ladder, especially just because if you need to win one game, having that little bit of surprise factor, having a deck that maybe your opponent's not comfortable playing against, gives you that little bit of a competitive advantage. So I would love to say yes, make your own deck, but it's easier said than done. I've been struggling making it, but Golem makes it boring. I don't find watching Pure play Golem boring at all. Pure's Golem is unbeatable. Yeah, it is. It's crazy. When people told me that Pure was good at Golem, I was skeptical just because we don't see any Golem in competitive, and when we do, I remember even when Royal was known as the best Golem player, even he couldn't play Golem. So if he couldn't play Golem, this was like a year ago now. He doesn't play anymore. But since then, my perspective of Golem was that it's not playable in competitive. But after seeing Pure and after seeing how he plays it, I think Golem is totally playable. Not only that, he beats hard counters with Golem. Look at that. Ban Golem right away. The time, it was the same time too. Same time. Not even a minute goes by. Hey, do you need to think about the Golem? I banned Golem. I even finished saying my sentence. Golem! Okay, so he's not going to go Lava Hound, Loon, Miner, which is good. He's done that a couple of times. I think it's a little too obvious. KENTSUMESHI is going to go with Royal Hogs, Royal Recruits, and Pure is going to go with what? Maybe Royal Giant? Maybe Royal Giant, Hunter, Fisherman, Ewiz. It's kind of an older version of this Royal Giant cycle with the Ewiz. A lot of people are using bats instead, just increasing the cyclability of the deck. It's not a bad matchup. It's not a bad matchup for Pure. Let's see if Pure can win. If this is going to be another player that just Pure is just ruining careers for. Oh no, wait, no. Pure ended up losing to Hajime, right? Pure made it hard for Hajime though. I love it. OMG, not lava. No, it's not lava. There's no way. They said Royal was super underrated in his prime. Royal was really good. He was really, really good. But we see it happen so many times for players. I just assume Royal just got bored of the game or whatever happened, because Clash Royale is one of those games where you have to stay up with it. If you don't keep if you don't keep growing and getting better and adapting to the meta and adapting to the meta, you see a lot of players get just crushed by the wave of meta. They just fall behind and they never get back. You see them drown, and I think that was one of the things we saw happen with Royal. Mega Knight is not going to be the best answer to these Royal Recruits, but the Royal Recruits on the right side pretty much are gone, with the help of the Ewiz at least. A little bit of an elixir lead right now for KENTSUMESHI, but it's going to be hard for KENTSUMESHI to actually get anything with this elixir lead. So originally I thought it was going to be Royal Giant Cycle, but it's not. It's going to be Mega Knight. It's going to be Mega Knight Graveyard. With the poison, yeah, it's going to 100% be Mega Knight Graveyard. We've seen Graveyard decks struggle, or we've seen the deck KENTSUMESHI playing, the Royal Hogs, Royal Recruits deck, really struggle against Graveyard. We saw KK against... Who was it? What was that matchup? It was KK against someone. It was KK, right? There was a matchup where we saw a very, very early lead by the Royal Recruits Royal Hogs player. I think it was KK. I believe it was KK. and then the opponent was playing, who I can't remember right now, played double Prince Graveyard, and just got one Graveyard down, got a lot of damage from that, and just because the Royal Hogs Royal Recruits player usually has to overcommit on defense, and your opponent can just use a poison and deal with that entire defense. You don't have a counter push. The opponent can set up again, go for another Graveyard. Fisherman's on tower, and we're going to see it happen again. Right now, we're going to see the exact same thing happen. KENTSUMESHI has an early lead with Royal Recruits, Royal Hogs, but now, pretty much easy defense. Doesn't go in with the poison, which is surprising. If he went in the poison, now he goes with the poison, which maybe is actually even better. Gets the Royal Recruits, gets the Flying Machine, and is going to help out with this giant, the Goblin Brawler a little bit. So now, Mega Knight at the back. This is where probably if you're KENTSUMESHI, you go left, exactly. Goblin Cage for the Royal Hogs. Do you need more than that? Ewiz to help support, that's going to be perfect. Oh, the Mega Knight goes on the left side, though. That's awful. Pure, I feel your pain. You gotta go in left side. If you are Pure, go in left side. You have to. Yes, go in left side. It's not what you wanted, not what you planned, but you know what? Plans change. Sometimes you gotta just, if the crowd zigs, sometimes you gotta zag. And right now we're seeing a little bit of zag from Pure, and it's still getting a lot of damage. Electro Spirit comes in, cleans up the remainder of the skeletons, but still, 932 left on the left side tower of KENTSUMESHI. KENTSUMESHI has the lead, but right now, one Graveyard is all it takes on the left side. A good, solid Graveyard, even on the left or right side. And this is gonna be GG well played. Graveyard coming in on the right side right now. 5 Elixir, yep. And then probably a poison as well. Probably a poison. Yes, poison comes in as well. Electro Spirit, a little early on the Electro Spirit. If a couple of good spawns come in here, where are the skeletons spawning? It doesn't look like he's getting the spawns he was looking for. Fireball comes in. Royal Hogs one will get on tower, get one shot, and that is it. But that's getting really close to spell cycle range. 28 seconds left. I think KENTSUMESHI is going to be able to take this. It sucks that Pure, because imagine if Pure, the Mega Knight, went down the right side. If it went down the right side, especially with the Electro Wizard, the Graveyard probably would have took tower on the right side, or at least would have been really, really close, maybe one Graveyard away. Where really weird interaction, really unlucky interaction. Having the timing of the Mega Knight played at the back, the Royal Hogs at the bridge. Maybe that's just a big brain play by KENTSUMESHI, using the Royal Hogs to, knowing that Pure was going to play the Goblin Cage in the middle at that exact time when the Royal Hogs and the Mega Knight were passing, so the Mega Knight jumps on the Royal Hogs and actually gets pulled to the opposite lane. You've seen the minor pulls on P.E.K.K.A, but have you seen the Royal Hog pulls on the Mega Knight? Big brain plays. Maybe KENTSUMESHI is truly the best player ever. People talk about Ruben being the best player ever, but maybe, just maybe, it's KENTSUMESHI. I don't think so. I think that was a little bit of luck. A little bit of luck. Yo, Cheeky, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Cat Fam. Also, happy Bren Chong Cup Day. It was 2017, only IG CCGS. What? That's a lot of damage. Eric, you know what's up. That's a lot of damage. It would have taken tower if right lane. Rara, I agree. I think that's GG well played. Is P.E.K.K.A double Prince good? No, I don't think. I'm going to go with no. Is double Prince Bandit good? I don't think so. Double Prince just isn't good anymore. Why is double Prince not that good? I don't know. Why is double Prince not that good? Maybe because of the emergence of Royal Recruits. Fisherman's really annoying for them to deal with. Goblin Cage is good. Drink water, JJ? Thank you. I need a little bit of hydration in my life. Call me Hydreigon from Pokemon. Because I'm one hydrated boy. I don't know how I knew of all Pokemon Hydreigon. That's an interesting one. Alright, so we're going to the third and final game between Pure and KENTSUMESHI. Pure had a very, very, very good play. It's weird because Pure bans Hunter, so I think we're going to see Pure go with Lava Hound. I think we're going to see Pure go with Lava Hound. And if that's the case, then KENTSUMESHI's probably going to go with a deck with Inferno Dragon, with Archers, we're going to see a similar deck that Hajime played against Pure to go for this counter snipe to, a counter deck to the deck that we think Pure is going to be playing, and Pure is most likely going to be playing Lava, Miner, Loon, or maybe just a version of Lava. Probably Lava Miner Loon, just because it's very similar to the Golem decks. Lava Miner is a lot different. It's more of a control deck, and I don't know if Pure will be able to play it as well. You remember Royals BM and CCGS? I don't remember. What was it? Deep Through. What was it? What do you think about Miner Lava Hound? Miner Lava Hound's really, really good. We've seen it a lot. Ooh. Pure is going with a totally different deck. A little switch on the switch. I like it. So maybe it looked a little too obvious. Banning Hunter, you're like, oh, he's banning Hunter. He's going to go for Lava Loon. Of course he is. Of course he is. But KENTSUMESHI rocking the exact same deck. He won with it last game, so right now he's saying to Pure, hey, beat me. Beat me. The ball's in your court. I just played a deck. You lost to this deck. Beat me. And it looks like Pure's rocking the Anaban deck. We're going to see a Balloon. We're going to see a Freeze. We're going to see a Lumberjack. And this is probably going to be GG well played. I don't know what Pure does against these Royal Recruits. He already used his Baby Dragon. He already used his Ice Wizard, so he doesn't really have a lot of splash. And not only that, but look what's happening on the right side. He has nothing. He could Tornado, but it's such a hard Tornado. Don't Tornado. You're going to mess it up. Don't Tornado. Don't Tornado. Yes, I think this is maybe even better. Going for the left side is way better. Oh, wait. Is there a... No, there is a Tornado in this deck. Tornado, Freeze, last 2 cards. So Freeze comes in. This is really, really good because as long as you can get a tower trade here, this is actually beneficial for Pure. Pure is in a better situation right now. Pure's in a really good situation. I like what he did there. Instead of defending, going on offense, taking the tower, tying this up. Because if he didn't go on offense and tried to defend, which he couldn't, he realized he couldn't defend it. But if he tried, it would have been GG well played. Excuse me. I meant Giant Double Prince still good. Giant Double Prince is not really. I've played against it a couple of times and it was annoying, but you don't see it in top ladder. You don't see it in competitive. Usually that's a good sign where it's not as good. 3M Battle Ram used to be so much fun. Yo, 3M was ridiculous. Ridiculous. Anaban deck, I guess. Yeah, this was 100% Anaban. Yeah, Suarez is Mexican. No, who's Suarez? Suarez, is he a Clash Royale player? Because I know Suarez, the, what's his name? The soccer player that plays on Barcelona. Best win condition, please. Pog. Best win condition, maybe Balloon right now, in my opinion. I don't know. What do you guys think? What's the best win condition? I would love to say Balloon. If I had to say a second best win condition, I don't know. I would have said Graveyard if it was a couple of seasons ago, but now maybe Balloon runs supreme. Luis Suarez? Yeah, that's who I was thinking about. What are you guys talking about? So, solid defense. Zappies do such a good job. If they can get the lock on the Balloon, they do such a good job of just holding it in one spot. And right now, we're probably going to see a 3-crown coming in for KENTSUMESHI. Royal Hogs on tower, already used the Tornado, and he has to pick up this Goblin Brawler. Uses the Lumberjack, but the Lumberjack might die. No, Lumberjack stays alive. No counter push. If this Lumberjack dies, okay, it doesn't die, which is beneficial because now you get a little bit of value from the Rage if you want to use it. It doesn't look like KENTSUMESHI is going to give Pure the chance to go in. Just keeping on this pressure is exactly going Royal Hogs into the packet. Doesn't look like a good play, but just with how low that tower is, you can fireball. You take out the Ice Wizard, you get a little bit of chip on the tower, and right now, even if somehow Pure can build a big push, KENTSUMESHI has a quick enough cycle where he can go with a Barb Barrel, he can go with Zappies, he can set up this defense, and then just go in with a fireball. So Barb Barrel comes in, forces out the Zap, and actually gets the hit. GG, well played. Look up YouTube Suarez vs Royale CCGS. Okay, I'll check it out. I probably remember it. Suarez plays for Atletico now? So who's on Barcelona? It's just Messi? Just still doing Messi things at like age 34? Or 35? How old is Messi? KENTSUMESHI takes it. So that means KENTSUMESHI is still potentially going to make it. KENTSUMESHI's Bren Chong Cup adventure is not over. That sounds so cute. Bren Chong adventure. Using the word adventure in that. Usually I've been saying journey, but that sounds cute. Cristiano Ronaldo. So, yo, where's Messi going next year? Is he going to Man City, maybe? Man City, joining up with his boy Aguero? Or are we going with, maybe he's going to join up with, I don't know, Ronaldo and Juventus? I don't know. What are we thinking? Messi's with Griezmann now. How's Griezmann been? I've heard some mixed reviews that Griezmann's kind of been, Balloon or Royal Giant? Yeah, I would say both of those win conditions are probably... Those are easily top 3. I don't know what you can add to that. Maybe... I don't know. Graveyard? Could you still say Graveyard is a top 3 win condition? I don't know if you can. It's weird today that we haven't seen one Graveyard Mortar deck. That's been such a popular deck in EU and in Asia, where it seems like every day we see that deck at least 6+ times. It's crazy to see. Crazy to see it not come out yet. I think we're due. Man City. I would be down. Man City. Wait, let me get rid. Oh, I knocked over my water. Aguero! It's my Man City jersey. I gotta figure out a place to hang it. I haven't figured out a place yet. Oh, I would get a Messi jersey in a heartbeat if he came to Man City. That'd be legit. 4 bets, 4 losses. I finally did it. Congratulations. The losing. Hey, you can't lose forever. You eventually got to get hot. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. I don't know. I'm just saying words now. I don't even know who said that. Is that Jordan that said that? Start prediction. Let's go with... I can't remember who's playing next. Is it Sandbox and KK, or is that in a couple more matches? we got Hajime and Starry. Both of these players really, this is, I've said this a couple times, this is the most important game of this stage. This is going to determine who wins and who loses, who goes to the regional finals and who is not, who's Bren Chong Adventure is going to come to an end. Confirmed prediction. Prediction is in Hajime on the top, Starry on the bottom. Predict, who do you think is going to win? Is it going to be Hajime or Starry? Because right now, looking at this bracket, Starry and Hajime are tied. Whoever wins guarantees a spot, most likely, into the next stage. But whoever loses is going to be in a battle with KK and KENTSUMESHI. And we just saw KENTSUMESHI come off a big win. So he's got a little bit of momentum. And we know that KK is always a threat. So whoever loses this is in a very bad situation. And neither of these players are going to want to lose. We got Starry coming out with Oh, it's this. Oh, we've seen. Where did I see this deck? Was it in Bren Chong or was it on Ladder? Or maybe it was in the Europe side. Who played this deck? It's such a weird looking Royal Hogs deck. It's not your traditional. Usually in Royal Hogs, it's a Fireball bait card, so you see cards like the Magic Archer, you see cards, well, the Skeleton Dragons, sure, but you see a little bit more. This Royal Hog deck is just all about defense, having cards like the Cage and the Dark Prince. I can't remember. Does it have the Hunter? What's the last two cards? I don't remember if it's Earthquake. I don't remember if it's Fireball. What was this deck? Does anybody remember? I saw Legolas playing this. Yeah, I remember seeing people play this a few days ago. I've seen this deck before, and we see Hajime playing Double Prince Graveyard, which we've seen a couple of times today. This is the third time I think we've seen this deck. No, second time. We've only seen this deck once today. So Hunter is the last air card. So you got the air cards. Air defenses for Starry are Skeleton Dragons and Hunter. So now we're just waiting for that last spell. It's either going to be Fireball or it's going to be... It's not going to be Poison. It's going to be Fireball or Earthquake, most likely. Most likely it's going to be Earthquake, and it sucks because Earthquake doesn't have a lot of value in this matchup. You can use Earthquake on defense against the Graveyard, but it's not the best. This looks like a matchup where Hajime wins 100%. He has so many answers to the Royal Hogs, especially the fact that somehow he decided to bring Fire Spirits. And if you don't know Fire Spirits, they're not the best card in Clash Royale, but one thing they're really good at is dealing with Royal Hogs. You can go Fire Spirits and log and totally counter Royal Hogs, and that's a positive 1 elixir trade every single time. And if you don't have those cards, you can go Fire Spirit and Dark Prince, that also works, or you can just go Fire Spirits. It's crazy how good Fire Spirits are against Royal Hogs. So right now, Starry might try to split lane, but even if he tries to split lane, he's going into 2 Zappies, or 2 sets of Zappies on each side. And the card is Earthquake. So one thing that Starry can do right now is he can try to go with Earthquake Cycle, Earthquake Cycle, Earthquake Cycle. That means he has to have pixel perfect defense. Even then, I don't think it's going to happen. You're going to get chip damage from the Poison. You're going to get chip damage from the Skeleton spawning from the Graveyard. And watch this. Oh, prediction log for the Fire Spirits. Doesn't get them, but look at that. Bye-bye. Where are the Royal Hogs at? Where'd they go? I don't see them. Where'd they go? I swear they were just there. What happened to them? Fire Spirits happened to them. Fire Spirits. One word. Fire Spirit. Wait, no, that's 2 words. Fire Spirits. 2 words. I love the prediction log from Starry. I think that's what you have to do if you want to win. But even if you do get those on tower, the Dark Prince is good enough by itself to deal with the Royal Hogs, at least mitigate most of the damage. So right now, Starry, left side tower, 632. This is GG, well played. There's nothing. These are the painful matches. This happens a lot too when you know there's nothing you can do. You know from the moment you pick that deck that you are inevitably going to lose. And that sucks. I guess hindsight's 20/20, but Clash Royale, a lot of times the game's won before the game even starts. And it sounds very, very corny, but it's true. There is nothing right now Starry can do. Nothing. Prediction log, what are you going to do? Nope, Fire Spirits, Dark. Oh, look at, bye-bye. Where are the Royal Hogs? Where's my bacon? Bacon's gone. No bacon today. I think Hajime's more of a sausage guy. Sausage, keep it going. Hey, man, sausage. Ah, great meme. That was from a while back. This sucks. I really want to see. I want to see Starry come out next game, bring out a big deck, play it perfectly, and I want to see him tie this setup. I don't want Starry to get 2-0'd. I think Hajime is a really good player, but it sucks to see a matchup like that. Defo a snipe. How would you snipe that though? That'd be insane. Predicting that Starry would use Royal Hogs, and especially that version, this weird off-meta version. Hajime loves to snipe. There's no way that's a snipe. I don't know. Why would you ever pick Fire Spirits? That's so weird. How did he know? I don't know. Clash Royale, thanks so much for the follow. Welcome to the Kashman. How are you doing today? Happy day. Happy day. Bro, where the frig Hajime keeps sniping the better whoop his ass and Oh, you're right. Hajime was the one that sniped against Pure as well. Sniped. Good matchup. He got that really, really good matchup against the Lava Hound deck. Having the, what was it, like Magic Archer, Inferno Dragon, Zappies, and Friends. It was impossible to break through. Fire Spirits are matchup dependent. Yeah. I wonder if I can make a deck with Fire Spirits that work. The problem with Fire Spirits is maybe Fire Spirits could work in decks like Royal Hogs, but I think in a deck like that, it would... Well, I guess there's two ways to look at Fire Spirits. The way I always look at Fire Spirits, maybe it's because of the Furnace, but I always think about Fire Spirits on offense. It's hard to get the Fire Spirits on your opponent's tower. It's really, really hard. But let's shift the focus real quick. What if we saw in that match, we never saw Fire Spirits on offense. It was always on defense. And not only on defense, not only were they used on defense, but they were used very, very well on defense. Is there a way that you can make a deck that maybe lacks in the splash factor, where you can use Fire Spirits as an okay cycle card, but also a card to help with matchups like Bait? Because what are the Fire Spirits? How do the Fire Spirits... Can the Fire Spirits deal with Skeleton Barrel? Can it deal with Goblin Barrel? Can it deal with... It deals with Royal Hogs really well. It can deal a little bit of damage to Balloon. Because the way you realize a card's good or bad, it's not about just the card itself. It's usually about how the card deals with other cards in the meta. So I don't know about the interactions with Fire Spirits with every other card, but if you can deal with the Goblin Barrel and the Skeleton Barrel, the Graveyard it's not the best at, but it's not awful. Why am I selling myself on Zappies right now? Am I too tired? Am I going into the trick right now? Am I going into the tricks? Sniping can pay off. That was amazing deck. Amazing against Swarm, terrible against Beatdown and Control decks. Fire Spirits are good against Bridge Spam decks. Yeah, I can see them being really bad against Golem because if you use Fire Spirits on a Night Witch, would you be able to, if a Night Witch had minimal health, can you use Fire Spirits to kill the Night Witch and the bats, or does it miss the bats? They aren't really meant for offense. You could use them on offense in very niche situations, but do you think Fire Spirits should both reach the tower on equal level? Do you think all the Fire... No, I don't think the Fire Spirit should. They'd be broken at that point. If you had to use a card on every single Fire Spirit coming at you, people would just use they'd use Furnace Mirror decks all the time. I'd snipe 2 free wins versus 1 tricks. Is Starry considered a 1 trick though? I don't know how you predict that, because what were you predicting? Let's say if we were looking at Starry's deck pool, he's played a lot of decks, so I don't even know what you would be going for the snipe. Fire Spirits will be viable, you think? Fire Spirits will be viable? I don't know. I'm selling myself on them, but delete Zappies. Really? Zappies are good. I like to see that they're meta. They're good, but I don't think they're broken. Starry looks like he's going with a little bit of Golem, but could this be Elixir Golem? Is there any world that Starry pulls out Elixir Golem? Maybe. No, he's just going to go with Golem. So we got Hajime going with the Inferno Dragon Graveyard push on the left side. Probably just going to give the tower here. Why just try to defend if you can't defend? That's a really bad play. Whoa! He has a zap too? I was not expecting the zap. We already saw the small spell being the Bar Barrel, and we already saw the the Dragon come out. So those are your small spell, and that's your electric upbuild. He's going with the, oh my gosh, he's going with the E-Barbs. E-Barbs in Bren Chong Cup 2. I love it. I love it. Starry, you're not my new favorite player. Geralt, get out of the way. Or Geralt, get out of the way. It's all about, it's Starry. Starry's my new favorite player. 100%. Hajime trying to go for a snipe too. I think with that, adding that Inferno Dragon, really thought Starry was going to use either a beatdown deck of some sort, or maybe a Lava Hound deck, or something. But anyways, it's a really good matchup, except I think Starry kind of went double down on the snipe. Probably going to lose anyways. One more Graveyard on the left side is probably going to be GG well played. But let's see maybe if you can get really good value with these E-Barbs. I think you'll probably support this with a Lumberjack, a late Lumberjack, but you can't. With the Ice Wizard slowing the Ice Golem, the Tornado pulling everything in, he does go with the late Lumberjack, but that's a little too late now. He goes with the Bomb Tower right on top, right in the middle, not pulling the units into the middle of the arena, but playing them right on top just so they have to go through that Death Bomb, and it's just more value. This is going to be GG. This is going to be well played. Hajime is going to be most likely qualifying for the next round of the Bren Chong Cup, and Starry now is in a situation where we have to figure out which two... We're going to have to figure out which one. No, it's not two. It's which one. between KENTSUMESHI, between KK, and between Starry are going to be joining Hajime, Griko, and SandBox for the regional finals, and going to be the next, I guess, the next 4, adding to the 8 we already know, so 12 in total. This is going to be stressful, especially for a player like Starry, who hasn't been in this situation before. If I have to bet on someone to get into the next stage, I'm going to go on KK. The problem is KK has to play against SandBox, and SandBox, if you notice, hasn't lost a game. So how can you bet against SandBox? So if it's not SandBox and Starry maybe doesn't have that experience, are we leaning towards KENTSUMESHI, maybe finding his way into that 4th and final spot? Could be interesting. Could be interesting, but Hajime, solid defense. Having no big spell was really, really bad for Starry. Having the double small spell made it so Hajime could just keep stacking his units, even as the game went deeper and deeper. Sure, Starry could play more units, build bigger pushes, but Hajime had too many answers. He had the Ice Wizard to slow everything, the Baby Dragon to keep continuously hitting it. He had the Bomb Tower, and then you just tornado everything together. All that splash damage is just enhanced because everything's together, and nothing's getting through. Nothing's getting through. Also, the Inferno Dragon added just another level of annoyance that Starry had to deal with. Really, really well played by Hajime. I don't want to take anything away from Hajime. It's weird that the matchup says it's in Starry's favor. I don't agree with that, but you know what? Maybe that was Starry's matchup, and Hajime just played that really, really well. I love that first defense against the Graveyard. I was like, you're an idiot. Starry, you're an idiot. Why are you defending? You can't do it. Give up, Starry. And Starry's like, no. Zap. No, ice. Wait, what's that song called? It's like, no, ice. The ice. There's this one TikTok song that I'm thinking about with ice. Zap. No, that doesn't really work. That's not good. So we got Griko versus KK. Wait, does KK have 2 games left? I thought KK's last game was against SandBox. Was there a game off stream that I missed? Okay, Higher and Pure was off stream. Oh, I guess I was wrong. Maybe I forgot that KK already played SandBox. So the last game for KK is going to be against Griko. This is do or die pretty much for KK. If he loses this, he's out. If he wins this, he might make it in. I don't even know if it's guaranteed at this point. At the top, we have Griko going with the Royal Hogs Royal Recruits. This, I was saying the Electro Giant was the MVP of the Bren Chong Cup. This deck is maybe actually the true MVP. We've seen this deck everywhere. This deck is very, very versatile. Being able to do what it does, which is the split lane pressure, and do it so well and catch your opponent off guard. And once you see a little bit of, it's almost like a bridge spam deck where you see a little bit of a weakness in your opponent and then you just go all in. But right now we're seeing KK go to an OG deck, Royal Giant. Oh baby, we're going to the double Royal Ghost, Royal Giant. We got the last card going to be Hunter. This deck's really, really good, but you don't really see it anymore at all. Royal Ghost helps clean up the Goblin Brawler. A couple of shots from the Royal Giant on the left side. This is going to be an interesting match. I think Griko has a good match, right? RG Cycle? Yup, on the bottom. Prediction. Ooh, I forgot about prediction. Let me set that up real quick. So, Hajime does win. I think Hajime is pretty much a lock. I can't remember. I didn't look at the standings for Hajime. I was looking for everybody else. So, we have Griko on the top, we have KK on the bottom. Boom bang bop, bada boom bang pow. Sweet tea from McDonald's. I drink that. Perfect. Okay, so prediction is set up. If you guys want to bet on who do you think is going to win, is it going to be Griko or is it going to be KK? You can bet right now. Is it going to be Spider-Man himself? Peter Parker on the bottom. You can bet right now with channel points. You got about like 50 seconds to bet right now, so if you want to, you can do that now. This counter push is looking threatening. Fisherman's so bad in this matchup. Look how useless it is. Really, really bad. What do you fireball here? You got a fireball left side, right? Or did KK already use his fireball when I was setting up that prediction? That is a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. So going with a little bit of counter push. This is actually going to be a really good counter push. Having the Royal Ghost still alive, the E was supporting, and going to have this fire. Oh, the Fisherman could have pulled the Goblin Brawler away, but using the Bar Barrel to distract the Fisherman, really, really good. probably made it so you probably stopped a couple of Royal Giant hits, maybe only one, but still, everyone adds up. And right now, this game is inches away. Inches, 25 HP separating both the towers. KK has to defend, and he has to defend well. Fireball comes in, and that might be the knife in the coffin, or the stake in the coffin. What's the saying? So Royal Hog's coming down the right side instead. So maybe right now he's going on the right side, just because it is relatively low the right side, and now the counter push of KK won't be as threatening as it was in the last push. But it's still relatively threatening. Doesn't have the Royal Ghost to help, but he still has the E-Wiz, still has the Fisherman. Electro Spirit comes down, Goblin Cage up high. Can you go for another Fisherman? Yes, another Fisherman's going to pull the Goblin Brawler away. Zappies are going to help stun, but still one shot. Gets the last shot as well. That's GG. That's well played. KK is going to win the game, potentially. Going to be seeing him in the regional finals. This is going to be close, though. All you got to do is log, Fireball, GG, well played. You know Fireball's in hand. Let's see. Oh, no, Fireball's enough, no? No, it needs the log as well. Log's one card away. Let's go with the log. GG, well played, KK. Played that pretty perfectly. He played that really, really well. He focused on not overcommitting. I thought maybe the Fireball would have been bad, but you know what? The Flying Machine, we've seen it in other matchups be so threatening. The card that pretty much wins this deck the game. If you can't deal with the Flying Machine, it can get infinite value, and before you know it, you lose a tower because of it. So KK said, you know what? I don't even want to deal with that. Let's just deal with the Flying Machine right now. I'll deal with the Royal Hogs. I'll deal with the Royal Recruits. I do have okay answers, having the log, having the E-Wiz, having the Royal Ghost, and having the Hunter. All really good answers to those solid pushes, but those answers wouldn't be as good if there was a Flying Machine supporting. So I think that was really well played by KK. And even on the offensive side, using the Fisherman and getting a lot of utility with the Fisherman, pulling away the Goblin Brawler, which was the highest DPS unit of the defense of Griko. Overall, I think that was a really good play. When is your next stream? The next stream is going to be at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today. We're going to do a cash cup. It's going to be a $20 cash cup, winner takes all, 1 hour tournament with a little top 4 bracket after. They're always a lot of fun. Always a lot of fun. And Hajime has hard counter. Yeah, Hajime 100% had hard counter in that last one. Prediction setup. Give me my points. Points should have been gone. That's good. KK with the sweet Mortal Kombat pose. I know. I love it. You should see. I can't wait till KK wins. Just wait. If KK wins the next match and we get to see his victory pose, it's my favorite thing ever. Ever. You think this is good? No. Wait till his victory pose comes out. Nail in the coffin. Shadow Mystic, pretend I said that first. Pretend I said that. But yeah, the stream will be at 2 p.m. for the next stream will be at 2 p.m. It'll be fun. It'll be a fun little stream. A little bit of ladder and a lot of cash cup. And someone will be $20 richer. $20 USD too. So that's like $30 Canadian. That's amazing. I think there's an offer in the shop that you can buy, and you can buy it for $10. You can buy them twice. It's 3 for me. It's 3 Pog 3 in the morning or 3 in the afternoon for you? It's 3 in the afternoon. Is there UFC on tonight? Oh, no. Bad play. Oh, wait a sec. Good play. Okay. There's 2 things that could have happened there. So seeing the Fisherman at the back, that means if you have a giant skeleton, you can play it at the bridge. That means your opponent will, ooh, really cool play. A lot of cool plays. I gotta unpack all this. I feel like I'm back on Christmas. All these gifts just coming in my lap. So right there, playing the giant skeleton at the bridge, you want the Fisherman, which is inevitably gonna pull the giant skeleton towards your Princess Tower. It's gonna go boom. Success, great success. So there's 2 things you can do. I didn't know you could do what KK did right there. So what KK did was he played the High Royal Giant. The High Royal Giant made it so the giant skeleton stayed far away from the Fisherman, didn't walk towards the Fisherman, and the Fisherman had time to walk in front of the Princess Tower and get out of range of the Princess Tower. So even when you saw it pull, it was still away. One thing you could have also done was play the Royal Giant between the Fisherman and the giant skeleton. Once the Fisherman did pull, the giant skeleton will actually get pushed back from the Royal Giant, and the Fisherman won't continue to pull it. It would follow, and it works. I can't remember who told me that, but I do have a clip of that on TikTok, and I think on Twitter as well. A little clip of that, a little tip. It's a small tip. It's a very niche tip. I know a lot of people on TikTok were like, this will never happen. And I'm like, but if it does, this is how you stop it. And that's how you stop it. And then also, it was really cool playing that Royal Giant at the bridge, getting the Royal Giant to get pulled with that little bit of health the Fisherman had just before the bomb died, or the bomb death damage killed the Fisherman, was able to pull the Royal Giant towards the tower, getting a couple extra shots, and right now Griko has the lead. It's cool to see this cycle Royal Giant deck versus this kind of newer meta Giant Skeleton Zappies deck. In the past, we've saw this mirror matchup a couple of times, and like you're just seeing right here, we've seen the Giant Cycle deck win every single time. I don't think we've ever seen the Giant Skeleton Royal Giant deck. Or did I say Giant Skeleton Cycle deck? Royal Giant Cycle deck wins against the Royal Giant Skeleton deck. We have yet to see it be different. Why does it win? It's hard to say. I think maybe just the quicker cycle of the Royal Giant can put your opponent under a lot of pressure. Your opponent doesn't have a great ways to deal with the Royal Giant. The Royal Giant seems to always get shots, and if you tried to go with a High Fisherman to totally stop the Royal Giant, it's very easy for your opponent to predict, which KK just did. KK wins the game. KK, GG, well played. Didn't have the best start, but he rallied, came back, overcame adversity, and we're just going to see him most likely be in the next stage. No, that's not it. Did you change it? KK, that wasn't your pose. I thought his pose was this. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm all losing my mind. I thought his pose was different. That was such a letdown. I apologize, everybody. I thought the pose was way cooler. Brilliant move by KK. I think KK played that flawlessly. I expected KK to do that too. If you're looking at the 3 people we were looking to qualify for that last and final spot for the regional finals, KK, KENTSUMESHI, and Starry. Starry, not a lot of experience in the competitive scene. KK, probably one of the most clutch and competitive, and we've seen him dominate for Ponos in clutch situations, in King of the Hill and 1v1, and we've also seen him dominate in ladder as well, having a lot of really high finishes. I don't know what the highest KK's finish. It's got to be top 5, I would assume, if I had to guess. But KK, really, really well played. We're going to see him most likely get to the... Are we going to see KK? Because what if... So Starry's definitely out. He's 3 and 4. He's out. What if KENTSUMESHI wins? Who gets through on tiebreakers? Is it going to be KENTSUMESHI? Or... Oh, KK still has another game. Wait, that doesn't make sense. I thought we saw KK had all of his games. Is there something wrong with this? Each player should be playing 7 games, so it looks like each player needs 1 extra game, and Starry and Hajime need 2 more games. Starry should be 3 and 3, and KK should be 4 and 3. This isn't updated. Yeah, UFC starts at either 3 or 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Really? Yo, I'm down. I am down to watch that. Oh, but there's a lockdown where I am. There is a lockdown. Who came first? Sandbox? Right now, Griko's actually in first. Wait, KK was just playing Griko, right? It was KK and Griko. It wasn't KK and Starry. Griko should be 5 and 2. Am I missing something? Am I wrong with that? Maybe I'm wrong. Bet 6, now win 2. Steve, I'm telling you, the hot streak's coming. Hot streak is coming. Starry versus KK, who has head-to-head? I have no idea. I'll have to check into that. I'll have to look. I don't remember. It'll probably show on the standings, though. I don't know if those standings were up to date. Were they? Am I living in the future? It's still not up to date. You're not wrong. Okay, cool. I thought I was going insane. After getting up at 6 in the morning for the past 7 days and casting this, I thought I was just losing my mind. Slowly going insane. I want to finish this prediction, and I'll set up the next one. KK ends up winning it, which was a little bit of an underdog there. I'm surprised. Griko has been proving himself, though, so I think to me and to everybody, he's really, really proved. I think he's shown the world who he is, what he's about. People are going to remember the name Griko. I think this is his mini account, though. His real name is Miku, I think. He goes by Miku, but I'm going to call him Griko for the rest of my life. Griko. Which is supposedly rock, paper, scissors in Japanese. Fun fact. Or at least a rock, paper, scissors-esque game. Finish prediction, please. Yes, prediction is finished now. I'm just waiting for the next prediction because I do not know who's going to be playing next. It looks like we're going to have about 4 or 5 games left still. Hajime and Sandbox. Oh! Mwah! Mwah! Oh, what a great game. I forgot these two have not came head-to-head yet. Whoo! This is nice. I'm pretty happy. I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty happy. Hajime, Let's set up this prediction. Hajime on the top. We got SandBox on the bottom. Both of these players, Hajime, really rough start in day 1, dominating, absolutely dominating in day 2. SandBox, really good day 1, absolutely dominating in day 2 as well. So what happens when an unstoppable force meets an immovable object? Well, this game happens, and let's see who's going to win. It's cool. Finally, I brought this up 2 games ago. We have yet to see Graveyard Mortar, a deck that we saw so much this entire Bren Chong Cup. We didn't see it at all today. Well, finally, SandBox pulls it out, playing the Fireball instead of the Poison. We see that be kind of a favorite these days. And then Hajime, last card, Spear Goblins. We know it's minor wall breaker cycle. And this is a deck where you think SandBox has the advantage, and I guess looking at it, I thought SandBox would have an advantage too, but we saw this matchup yesterday where Line was playing minor wall breakers and was absolutely able to dominate. And this is the reason why. So what Line did, give me a second. So what Hajime can do here, it's very interesting. So if you go wall breakers, a lot of times if your opponent wants to defend the wall breakers, they'll go mortar in the middle. The mortar in the middle to pull the wall breakers into the middle to distract the wall breakers, but also so the mortar could get a lock onto your opponent's tower. I think SandBox should try to avoid doing that, because if he plays it 2 in the middle, Hajime could play his Spear Goblins, maybe even wall breakers. I don't know. No, he already played it. He can play his Spear Goblins in front of his tower and activate King Tower. And if that does happen, which is hard to do, but we saw Line do it yesterday, it's GG, well played. So right now, maybe Mortar up high. He does have Spear Goblins too, so he goes with the Hunter. Maybe SandBox knows. I wonder if SandBox knows that that's a potential outcome if he goes Mortar in the middle. Maybe we'll never see him go Mortar in the middle. So Graveyard comes in. You have to go with the Poison as well. Poison. Spear Goblins are just going to get too much value. So a little bit, you know what? Couple of Skeletons spawned on the top. Not awful value, but why go Graveyard without Poison in this matchup? Maybe just for that little bit of chip. But just having the Spear Goblins and having the Bats, they're so good, so cheap, and so good at dealing with Graveyards that you got to figure out a way to deal with those. Maybe go in when they use this. Oh, wow, big push on both sides. I would have loved to see a Miner in the middle there. If you used Miner inside tower, it could have been defended for, it would have defended both towers, it would have defended the Bats, or tanked the right side tower for the Bats and all the units on the left side. It could have been interesting, maybe unnecessary, maybe I'm just getting a little too carried away. What is Hajime and SandBox rank recently now? It's right here. So we got SandBox right now 5-1, we got Hajime 4-2. I totally forgot Hajime still has to play another game. And right now Hajime has been electric. I think he started today 1-2, and he has not lost today. He has been dominating, absolutely dominating. Are you going to stream later today, Jedrick? 100%. I'm going to start streaming at boom, bang, bop, bada, boom, bang, pow. Hajime takes the win. So that's what I expected to happen in this matchup. We saw the opposite happen yesterday with Line. He played it. He was doing stuff that I've never seen people do before. It was amazing. But Hajime played that really, really well. Solid on defense. There was never a chance where SandBox was able to build that big push. He was never able to get value with that cannon cart. Never able to get a good graveyard or a tank. He was never able to get a graveyard with. He would have to get a tank coming over, a graveyard, and a poison down. That's a lot of elixir, and Hajime made sure if he was maybe going to get that, Hajime would pressure the opposite lane, have to force out some defensive tools, and Hajime played that perfectly. Hajime played that perfectly. Really, really well played. But going back to the stream, yes, I will be streaming normal time today, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And as well, we're going to have a cash cup. We haven't had this in, 3 weeks now? But we're going to do a $20 cash cup tournament, a 1-hour tournament, top 4 bracket, winner takes all, $20. It's going to be awesome. Those tournaments are always a blast. So definitely come. You can't activate with wall breakers, I believe. I don't know. I know you can do Skeletons. I know you can do Spear Goblins. I know you can go Goblins. But I guess maybe those will only work because you have... Maybe because you have the formation of the units in a triangle, waiting for Cash Cup. Cash Cup's going to be awesome. Yeah, but I remember Elsiop being good with bridge spam for a long time, and in the final, they said he was one of the best for a long time. Yeah, Elsiop is by far, if you think of GOATs, you think of players like Surgical Goblin, Morden, Elsiop, Ruben as well. I guess right now I'm thinking of like the GOATs of like Mount Rushmore. If we had to make a Mount Rushmore of all the best Clash Royale players in history, Elsiop's on there 100%. He's already got his spot. His name's already checked off. Hajime rocking the exact same deck. I love when pro players do this. Oh, it's the same deck but with a twist. Or did he just pick SandBox's deck? He just copied SandBox's deck and now he's using Mortar Graveyard. That's most likely going to happen. We have seen minor wall breakers sometimes with the cannon card instead of the bomb tower, but having the barb barrel, and you would never use barb barrel with the wall breakers, you'd always use the log. So most likely, we're going to see a mortar graveyard matchup. This is a really, really good matchup for SandBox, or a really good matchup for Hajime, and I'm assuming Hajime is going to win, ending his Bren Chong Cup group stage with 5-2, which is awesome. Which is awesome, awesome, awesome. It's SandBox doesn't have the best answers to the graveyard. Sure, he has a barb barrel. Sure, he has hunter. Sure, he has electro spirit. But overall, it's not the best. It's not the best. We'll see what can happen here with this defense. Is there going to be anything significant for this one Royal Giant shot? The mortar is not going to get the lock. It's going to go for the fisherman first. Hunter for the mortar. Okay, so interesting little to and fro there. I don't know if I'm a big fan of the mortar from Hajime. I guess Hajime, you can look at it, has an elixir lead, but SandBox also has a 4 elixir hunter, so they're pretty even if you take board and elixir in hand. So takes the hunter shot to tower. A lot of damage, but not bad. Going in with graveyard. Nice bridge block with the giant skeleton. Fisherman on defense. This is what I'm going to show you. Even though the tower and the fisherman are helping together, look how much resources. Look how much resources SandBox has to do on defense. Look how much resources he had to use, and still a decent amount of damage on the left. One thing I didn't realize is, as long as SandBox can always just drop a giant skeleton at the bridge block. Oh, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. This is bad. This is where it gets really bad. When the graveyard is being tanked for this knight, the hunter is not the best at dealing with graveyard, can easily get distracted by one weird spawn. Luckily, didn't get any weird spawns, and overall, a really solid defense. Was able to clean up the Royal Giant on the right side relatively effectively. Mortar didn't really do anything, never got a lock, was distracted the entire time. Really close game. I don't know if this matchup is as one-sided as I thought. Ivy, yo, what's up, man? What's up? Oh, is this the final game for today? No, there should be one more, I believe. It's going to be between Starry and KENTSUMESHI is the last game. Starry and KENTSUMESHI, and that's going to be probably for... No, it's done. It's done. I'm looking at the standings right now. So KK, if you look at the game difference, he's at 3. So if Starry and KENTSUMESHI, they're at -1. So if Starry, let's say, goes 2-0, that makes him have a difference of 1. It'll be +1. So he'll win two games, which will add to his difference. So it'll be +1. Still wouldn't be enough to beat KK. I'm pretty sure those 4... Griko, SandBox, Hajime, KK are going to be the 4 that are going on to the next stage. Unless there's some math there was a mistake in the math, that's going to be the 4 that we're going to see going to the next stage. And I'm pretty happy about that. It sucks to not see Starry. I think Starry played really, really well, and I would love to see him. He's so close, but yet so very far to making it to the next round. Giant Skeleton's on that left side tower. What's going on? What am I missing? Giant Skeleton bomb pops, knocks the cannon card off its wheels. This is not looking good. That's a desperation graveyard on the left side. That's a desperation graveyard, and that is not something SandBox is going to let just go through. So Fireball comes in as well, trying to get as much chip as possible, but look how much elixir SandBox has. Look how much elixir, and not only that, this is awesome. SandBox is so patient. He knows he's a little bit ahead in elixir, and instead he just decides, you know what? I have the lead, let's keep the lead. Let's go Royal Giant at the back. Let's defend this graveyard. Keep doing what I'm doing. I've done this already so many times. Giant Skeleton up high, Zappy's down low, already split, using the Hunter to help, using the Electro Spirit as well. Now SandBox is probably going to go for another Royal Giant, yes, on the left side. He has enough to have tower damage on both left and right. Goes with the Fireball just to get a little bit of chip, and surprisingly not as good of a push as I thought. The Cannon card of the Knight combined with the Mortar to distract the Royal Giant really didn't do much. This could be a match where SandBox loses. Fireball comes in, couple of Spear Golems get chipped, and that is going to be GG, well played. A game where I was thinking SandBox really had it in control. He was dominating the left and the right side. Hajime, I thought it was being over-aggressive, over-committing, but you know what? Maybe it was the perfect amount of, just the perfect amount of commit. Just like that perfect pinch of salt. You never want to over-salt the soup. If you got a pot of soup, if you put too much salt in it, you spoil it. Too little? It's not good. It's not great, but it's okay. It's palatable. Hajime, just perfect amount. Little perfect amount of salt in the soup. And that's why we're going to see Hajime in the regional finals of Asia. Let's go. Frig Hajime, so lucky, bro. I don't know if that's luck. I think that was really, really well played. Really well played. When's your next stream? The next stream is going to be at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So in 4 hours from now, I will be streaming. I'll do a little community tournament, a little viewer tournament. $20, winner takes all. It's always a lot of fun. So if you guys want to play, learn, like, I guess maybe practice a little bit, hang out, watch some good Clash Royale, definitely swing by. It'll be a lot of fun. We still have one more game here today, and then tomorrow is going to be the most popular group going head to head. It's going to be Group D. We're going to see Group D, Igor, Mugi battling out. Who else is in that group? I'm missing a lot. Smoke's in that group. 8-Bit Smoke is in that group, and I'm excited to see if he can rally from his day one, which was, I think, a little bit on the disappointing side for him and his fans. I think he wanted a little bit more. Who else is in that side? Solo Man. Number 1 is Pandora. Still, a lot of good players. A lot of good players. Is E-Giant meta deck now high skill? No, E-Giant I don't think so. The E-Giant deck, I don't think it's high skill at all. It's pretty simple. I don't know. Okay, it's hard to say high skill and low skill. Because I'm going to say every deck is skill. Every deck takes skill because the skill, there's a lot of matchups with the Electro Giant deck where you're just going to win. But there are going to be a lot of matchups where you're going to lose. And we saw that. There was a lot of matchups that, like, especially against the Graveyard Mortar deck, we saw the Electro Giant player, it becomes an 80-20 matchup. And those are the matchups where if you can figure out a way to win, if you can win that matchup, those hard matchups, those 70-30s, those 80-20s, even the 60-40s, that's where the skill comes in. That's where you go from being a good player to a great player, especially with that deck. So I think every deck takes skill. Is Electro Giant hard for the average player to pick up and win with? I don't think so. I think overall the deck concept is very, very simplistic. You can just go, you defend, wait till double elixir, go with the Electro Giant at the back, and you have enough resources, enough cheap resources where you can most likely defend the opposite lane, which your opponent will most likely pressure if you go Electro Giant at the back. And then just, hopefully if you support it correctly, you should be able to win. There are going to be hard matchups for sure. Cash matchup is actually 80-20 for Mortar, so nothing to talk about. Oh, is it 80-20 for Mortar? Really? I thought Mortar was going to be a really good matchup too. I thought that was definitely the matchup. Was it 80-20? I wasn't even paying attention because it didn't look like he had a lot of answers for the Graveyard. He did a really good job using the Giant Skeleton at the bridge on defense. It's really, really hard. You didn't really have any way to stop. With the Fireball, if he had Earthquake, maybe the Royal Giant player would have had a better situation, but it's hard to say. Sandbox is just better. Hey, honestly, both of them, Sandbox, Griko, and Hajime, them all being in the next group, it doesn't really matter being number 1 or number 4, as long as you qualify for the regional finals. Does it really matter? Does it really matter? Sure, maybe Sandbox, because whoever's number 1 maybe plays a number 4 from another group. But the number 4 from another group can easily be number 1 in any group at any day at any time. I don't think there's a really big advantage from being number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, especially in this group. In the regional finals, we're going to see all the best players of Asia battle it out. Not only are they the best players of Asia, but arguably some of the best players in Clash Royale today. It's going to be the most competitive regional finals, and a lot of those... If you had to bet on who's going to win, I think it's impossible. It's so hard to bet, especially each individual match. Each one is going to be so close. Each match, I believe they're best of 5s. I hope they're best of 5s. Because they'll maybe get away from a little bit of the variance with matchups and whatever happens. E-Giant low skill, yeah, I can agree with that. It's going to be crazy. I'm so excited for the regional finals for Asia that I want it to happen tomorrow. I guess tomorrow we still have the Group D. But I want to have it started on Monday. I can't wait. I don't want to wait. I want it to happen now. KENTSUMESHI rocking the double Prince Graveyard deck again. Me gusta. God, only not 3 times Elixir again. No, tournament's not going to be 3 Elixir. It's just going to be normal. Just because there's money on the line, it's, just because there's going to be $20 on the line, we're just going to do a normal tourney. Also, Bog3 Bonnie, thanks so much for the follow. Welcome to the Cash fam. But every deck takes a bit of skill. Yes, Christian, E-Giant is low skill, but every deck takes a little bit of skill. I agree. Totally agree with that statement. I think every deck takes skill. Some decks are easier to start with than other decks. If you give a player 2.6 Hog or 3.0 Expo, I think that'll be harder for a player that's never played the deck to learn, to win with, like right off the bat, compared to someone that maybe played Golem. Where Golem, the concept's pretty simple. It goes back to a concept that you learned right at the beginning of the game that my boy Trainer Cheddar tells you. And Trainer Cheddar tells you, he's like, hey, play the archers. And you're like, okay, Trainer Cheddar. And then he's like, hey, what do you do next? Play the giant in front of the archers. A unit that has high health behind a unit, or in front of a unit that has lower health, but higher DPS. Simple, but effective. And that's pretty much what Golem decks do at the end of the day. Mugen or Ruby, or Mugi or Ruben or Jupiter King. As like, who's the best? Ruben. It's 100%. Until proven otherwise, I'm going solely off the World Cup. But Ruben was by far the best player. And the most recent competition, he is the champion right now. In my mind, Ruben has the belt. And until someone takes the belt from him, it's not even a question. Ruben's by far the best, and it's not even close. After watching the finals, it's a good distance between him and Morden and Mugi. It's not close. At least it wasn't. I don't know what happens. I don't know. Maybe Ruben's gonna slack. Maybe he's not gonna practice as much as Morden. Maybe Morden's got a little bit of fire. Mugi's got that fire. They didn't get the world final crown. They didn't get that championship title. And maybe they're going to put in that little extra effort and then catch Ruben. And maybe something else will happen. What happened if Starry wins the next match? KK goes to the next round, or Starry? I believe it's KK no matter what because of game difference. I think the tiebreaker is they go off game difference. And right now, KK has lost 3. But those 3 losses all went to the final game where Starry and KENTSUMESHI both got 2-0'd twice, I believe. And they didn't 2-0 anybody. KK, even though he did lose 3 games, all of them were really, really close. And sometimes he did win, and he won in dominant fashion, where he did 2-0 one person. I can't remember who he 2-0'd. Pure? Did he 2-0 Pure? So KK set. This matchup doesn't matter, I don't think, in the grand scheme of things. Both these players do not qualify. But you know what? Still good Clash Royale. NA is next week. NA starts, I think, in 2 days. So it starts on Monday. And also Latin America starts on Monday. From what I understand, I thought Latin America was at noon, but it looks like North America starts at noon Eastern Standard Time, so it would be starting in 2 hours if it was today. So on Monday, 2 hours from today, it will be starting. And then after, at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, that is when the Latin America starts. Cash, there goes Double Prince, by the way. Yeah, but I don't know, Double Prince, it ain't good. I don't know, what do you guys think? Why didn't he finish prediction? Because I totally forgot. That is it. I've just been rambling so much. So Hajime beats Sandbox, right? Yeah, Hajime won. GG, well played. Very, very split, 55-45. Igor top 1 and top 9, that's so funny. Igor top 1 and top 9 right now in like, wait, are you talking about in the leaderboards? He's the #1 account, and the really? NA is next week. Yeah, North America is next week. It starts on Monday. We got Europe Group C happening today at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then tomorrow morning, same time as today. We got Group D of the Asia side. We got the popularly stated most stacked group, having Mugi and Igor battling it out to see who the last 4 players going to the regional finals for Asia are going to be, and it's going to be wild. Starry using a little bit of Mega Knight bait. We haven't seen this deck at all in competitive, not for at least a year and a bit. And then we got KENTSUMESHI going with a little bit of bridge spam. Probably last card's going to be Ram Rider, but I don't know. It's just fun. We've gone to the point where this is just a little bit of fun. Fun Clash Royale. Cash, it's Will the Glizzy. I changed my name. Pyro, you're Will the Glizzy? I didn't know that. Pyro, why'd you change your name? I like Will the Glizzy. I liked Will. That's how I knew you guys. I hate when you guys change your name. You stress me out. Well, Ruben did get a top 5 finish on a different account last season. Oh, did he? Oh, I didn't know that. Yo, Ad Yups YT. Yo, what's up, man? Thank you so much for the follow. And also, Phil K, thank you guys so much for the follow. Welcome to the Cash Fam. And also, welcome to the Bren Chong Cup, too. That's the end of my coffee. End of the coffee. The Double Prince Graveyard is Entrifle's deck. I assume he created it last season. Yeah, I remember it got a lot of popularity. Didn't that deck originally have Freeze, though? I thought that deck originally had Freeze. Am I wrong, or am I thinking of a different deck? Maybe I'm thinking of a different one. Last season finished. Oh, Igor got #1 and #9 last season. Oh, yeah, that's right. He's an absolute god. Igor is a god. I know he did it in a controversial fashion. I know that there was some accusations of win trading and whatnot. I don't want to get involved with that just because I ain't no snitch. Rumor has it there was some stuff happening, but even other players were doing it in top ladder. But you know what? Just because the end ended a certain way doesn't mean it's not deserving. I think either of those players, I think Anaban, Igor, and whoever else was in the running for that Igor is good, not a god. Igor win traded his own 2 accounts. Allegedly. Hasn't been proven in the court of law yet. We live in a free country. You gotta prove it in the court of law. And speaking of court of law, it looks like KENTSUMESHI is going to be done for today as well. Starry, sadly, I like what Starry's doing. He's ending his Bren Chong Cup 2 on a high note. But sadly, never mind. As long as KENTSUMESHI can pick up this minor, this might be a little GG well played. Oh, wait, look at the right side. I didn't realize how low the right side is. KENTSUMESHI didn't defend. Why didn't KENTSUMESHI even try to defend? Unlame? Yo, welcome back, man. How are you doing today? Happy Saturday. Any Mother Witch today? No, sadly nothing. We're probably not going to see the Mother Witch. We're probably not going to see the Mother Witch at all anymore. It's gotten to that point where we saw the Mother Witch a little bit at the beginning, when in the first couple of games, when people are just trying to feel each other out, and where the matches they matter, but they don't matter as much as these ones. Each one of these matches today seemed like it was do or die for each player going to the regional finals, potentially getting one step closer to that $40,000, where I don't think any of them wanted to risk that $40,000 on the Mother Witch. The Mother Witch is okay. It's very matchup dependent, but I don't think any of these players want to risk it. They didn't want to risk that bag, that potential bag. So that is going to be it for today, I believe. That is it. That is the last game for today. Let's see the standings. I believe nothing changed. It should be SandBox, Hajime, KK, and Griko all going to the next round, the regional finals, getting one step closer to the Bren Chong Cup World Finals, $40,000. Yeah, that's a lot of money. And I'm excited to see these regional finals. This is something. Hopefully I didn't jinx it. SandBox, Griko, Hajime, KK, and then right behind Starry. And you know what? Shout out to Starry. 2 claps for him. KENTSUMESHI, Higher, and also Pure. They all played really, really well. Pure 0-7. That doesn't give him enough credit. He played well. There was a lot of matchups. I know he's considered a Golem one trick, but that was the coolest. Some of the best Golem gameplay I've ever seen. It made me want to play Golem, and I don't think ever before this day I had any inclinations of playing Golem. So congratulations to all these players. Congratulations to the top 4. They'll be making it to the regional finals, which will be happening, February? It'll be happening in just under a month, I believe. That's when it's gonna start. Today, if you guys already do not know, Rich Sladen will be casting the European side on his channel. It's going to be Group C of the European side. I believe Ruben's playing, if I'm not mistaken. And if it was anything like yesterday was very fun to watch. I watched most of it. I ended up taking a nap for a little bit.
Bren Chong Cup is back.
It is. I know. We already saw this. We saw this at the beginning.
$40,000.
Okay. So before I leave, well, thank you guys all so much for watching. I will be back tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. We will be watching the Group D. I've already brought this up a couple of times, so I won't go too lengthily into it. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. And if you enjoyed, make sure you check out Rich Sladen's channel for everything Bren Chong Cup. Everything English Bren Chong Cup will be there. My past streams are all there, so if you miss one, you can go check it out on Rich Sladen's channel. Rich Sladen's, all of his streams are there. His live streams will be there as well. And also, he has a lot of cool pairs of glasses. Also, AC sometimes crap goes on as a guest caster, and he's always a lot of fun. Except he has never had crunchy peanut butter before, so I don't know if I trust him as much. I don't know if I've ever trusted a man that's never had crunchy peanut butter before. So I will, I guess, see you guys tomorrow morning. And I hope you guys have a good rest of your weekend, and I'll see you guys